What's up? It's the Art the Most Experience with Deke. I'm Art the Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, I am actually looking on my screen as I look at this big Manscaped logo, forcing its way into the read. So I guess I should start with that right now to just get it out the way. But
sure.
I don't want to do it like that, man. I felt like that was real uncomfortable. I ain't like that intro right there. So can I rewind that and take Manscaped off the screen real quick? Can I do that?
Okay,
or shall I leave it
so
on?
We're not doing the read?
I mean, we could do the read.
No, I don't care.
Well, we're doing the read right
now.
now.
Whenever you want to do it, bro.
Well, today's show is brought to you by Manscaped, the leaders in below the waistline grooming, since it was on the screen right there. And with that being the case, Deke, let's make sure that we're taking care of our balls this fall. I know it's holiday season. I know you're thinking about that turkey. I love stuffing. But more importantly, Deke, we got to make sure that we keep our lower below the waistline regions looking like dessert, more importantly. And the best way to do that is with that Performance Package 4.0. So you definitely want to check that out and use the promo code, which is Moats. It's 20% off, along with free shipping worldwide at manscaped.com. All right. Shout out to the read just organically happening like that, right off the dribble. Hey, now.
Yeah, everyone in the chat was calling for the read, too.
Hey, now.
Steelers Girl 517 just said, do it. LOL. Knight Rider said, let's go.
Hey, so y'all thought we was always buttoned up professional over here. No, baby. Anything can happen on this show. We just rolls with it. So there we go. So now, since we didn't start the show how we usually do, I don't even know if I even said that. I said the intro, right?
I said, what's up, bro?
Okay, so we at least got that part before I saw on the screen that was up there. So
it was meant to be.
It was. Ball don't lie. You absolutely right, man. So first off, how you living, bro? What's good in your hood?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff happened yesterday.
It was, bro. It was a very active day, both on a positive note and on a negative note as well, man. In terms of like rapper passing away and stuff like that, obviously we'll talk about that.
Right.
R.I.P. to Takeoff, but yeah, man, it was a lot going on yesterday, baby. It was, but plenty for us to talk about. It was exciting for Steeler Nation, man, in a big time way though, 100%, man. And mixed reviews as well, man. So I'm excited to see what the temperature is from you, from the chat, from everybody today, man.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about it right now. I'm not even gonna front, but we could do our intros so like normal.
Can we go back to normal though?
Yeah,
I'm over here, friend. I'm low key looking at the screen like, am I missing anything else today? Because I for sure forgot that part. So other than that, I think we're good. So let us know where you're tuning in from, and we will start the show off not like how we normally do, but like how we normally do with the big boy shout out. So let us know in the chat. Let's get it.
Michael Tiger tuning in from the 215 Philly.
Shout out. Speaking of Tiger, I watched the first part of that Tiger thing you told me about, the Tiger documentary.
HBO.
Yeah, dope. I like it, bro. I'm in the middle of the second. I had to stop. Had stuff going on today, but I'm liking it. And I see what you're saying, man. He's like a machine, bro. Like dead serious.
He was literally built for it.
Yes, bro. Like holy cow. Like I could dig it. But it's dope. Don't tell me the rest. I'm still, like I said, I got to get the rest of it out. But I just want to let you know I finally tuned into it. It only took like how many months? So yeah.
What happens at the end of part one?
At the end of part one is when they finally introduced the main side chick, the one that he gets caught with.
So this is in the middle of his pro career.
Yeah,
he's doing good and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is
so the second part's probably more about the scandal.
Yeah, because the tabloids have finally like caught on, but they, for some reason, they was like they didn't have like a clear enough picture of the first chick. So now they're on like the main chick that really like got caught up. So I'm like in the middle of that part. I had to stop it right in the heart of it. I was like, bruh, yeah.
The media, I'm telling you, as you get further into it, the media and the people that were reporting all this and trying to dig deep into his personal life, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting.
I don't want to gross you out, but it was a scene where the reporter was hiding.
Yeah.
And the
So
chick
that was in part one?
That was at the beginning of part two. The chick takes out her tampon that she's used. And he goes and gets it for evidence. I said, bro, you are out of pocket, bro. That's where I draw the line, man. That's a little bit too much for me, man. It's too much for me.
Yep.
But anywho, let's continue on with how we usually start the show. Anywho, with these shout-outs.
Jacob Malesio, in parentheses, and his username is Cut Deontay. So I guess he's not thrilled with yesterday's result. I think he wanted another receiver out of here.
Okay.
He's tuning in from the 919 and seeing the house as always.
Okay.
Kelly Sumi, 140, Edinburgh, PA. Loving the streams, Deke and Arthur all the time.
Nah, salute, baby. Absolutely.
We got AJ Martinez, 505, Santa Fe, Nuevo Mexico. not Mexico. USA, New Mexico. I never figured it out. God bless Mexico and las más bonitas mujeres.
He loves his beautiful women. All right.
AJ
Shout
Martinez,
out, man.
he's
Shout out.
He's always takes us down a road. You're just wondering where it's going to lead.
I was like, yo, I don't know where he's about to go with this. He makes me nervous at times, but I love it.
I'll do a couple more here. Jesse Miller, Martinsville, VA.
Oh, hey now.
Via McKees Rocks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Calculated Snipe, San Antonio in the house. And then Joe Gerbis, 940 Dallas, Texas.
Hi.
Woo-woo.
Speaking
Love
of
y'all.
Dallas, Texas, let me holler at Leah Warren in Killeen, Texas, the 254. You know we got to salute her. Mike Lang with a dude, the 336. Greensboro, North Carolina. Gone, raise up. Rashawn Jones, the 732. In the chat jump right when I was about to shout out the exact location of the 732. And I am not seeing it. Yes, but anywho, shout out to you. Then we also got Bubba, the 415, yay area, Night Rider, 16 to 318, the boat, Louisiana, and we got Jake Engelbart, the 402, Omaha, Nebraska. I don't know if you shouted out Bart Basquiat, but you know it ain't a show if we don't shout Bart out. So shout out to Bart Basquiat at 805,000 Oaks, California. Trade night. I see you in the building at 252 Greenville, North Kakalaki. Just learning the 575 Taos, New Mexico. I wonder how far that part of Mexico is from the part that AJ was referring.
Santa Fe.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
I don't either. But it's got to be around there somewhere, right? Got the homie DD Smalls. I feel like I've been talking to you all day now, DD Smalls, but shout out to the homie David Dupree from Gainesville, Florida. And then let's see, we will stop and end it with... Oh, and I did finally see Rashawn Jones, 732 Neptune, New Jersey. Thank you. Listening live from work. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And he has both our emojis up there as well. So shout out to him for that. And we will end it with Alan Seitz, the 540 Harrisonburg, Virginia. Looking forward to you calling the JMU game. Oh, well, I greatly appreciate you. From the heart, from the heart. All right. So. Do we dive on in? Let's dive on in.
Yeah, the super chats.
Let's
lead us to Claypool and William Jackson.
I'm just gonna put it up there right there, anyways, because I already know what time we on today. We ain't even have to check. We ain't have to ask for this day. I already know where we gonna go.
AJ Martinez, Sabotage 11? ? Says the end of the Tic Tackers. Sabotage 7. God bless to the Motley Crew, aka the chat.
Facts.
Moats and Deke, number 1, big dog style.
Ooh,
#, time for a run. I don't know if he's going on a run for his health and fitness or if he's talking about the Steelers. Either or, both would be nice.
I would agree, but you never know with AJ. You're absolutely right. You never know. Sabotage 11, the end of the TikTokers?
No, because we still have Marcus Allen.
Oh, see, technically he is, but he's a locker room only TikToker, right? I only see him in the post-victory TikTok vids. Where you see Coach
we could be done with
Tomlin,
this, too. I think we're done with this.
But that's the only time I see him. I'm like, but I guess he is a part of the tech. Yeah, he's a part. Nah, Mark is a friend of the show, though. Mark has been on the show. Does he get a pass? He gets a pass. And he gets tackles on special teams, right? That's got to count for something. No.
It's tough to say.
He gets tackles on special teams, man. That's got to count, man.
Right. You could argue.
Come on. And
he's the grinder
down.
type of guy on the
he picked
team.
up a first down, running the rock in between the tackles. Not blue collar, but give you that.
He's typically one of the last to make the 53-man roster,
he
whereas
get out the mud.
Juju and Claypool, Ebron, they're more out there.
He's a hard-working TikToker. I think that's a difference for him, man. He's allowed to be a tough TikToker. He's a tough guy TikToker. I like him, man. He goes out there, he rolls his sleeves up and get after it.
I'm not gonna front. I would love to never see those post-game TikToks again. Now, some of them are good for content, especially after a big win, seeing Tomlin get in and stuff. And he's the one.
It's his phone, it's his vid, man.
I could go without ever seeing him again. I don't want to be a party pooper or anything.
Oh no.
But I think a lot of us are on the same page. If we're saying, good thing the TikTok era is out.
I just didn't think that Marcus was a part of that. I just didn't think.
Yeah,
oh
little bit.
I like Marcus. That's my friend. No, it's not Marcus, man.
I got nothing against him. I had nothing against Claypool either. I just don't think the TikTok era is officially over yet.
All right, fair enough.
So do we want to talk about Claypool here?
Obviously. Or unless you want to like milk it for a little. We can milk it. It's up to you, man. I got time.
Yeah, it's either we use this comment to start it off or we keep going.
I think the next comment. Let's just go to the next one. Let's see what it says.
Okay.
See what it says. Because we addressed the TikTok part of it, you know? And we'll leave the trade part for the next one.
Okay, Fair and Bradford then. The 11 trade was tough, but I'm okay with him getting a featured role in Chicago. This move was big for our identity on offense because now there is no need to press with 3 wide receiver sets. Kenny still has plenty of options. Rooting for 11.
Now, we could talk about this here trade. First off, I guess, what was your reaction to the trade, bro?
Pissed. I was not cool with it. For all the reasons
we had talked about, it on the show, yeah.
weeks leading up to a potential Claypool trade. I want Kenny to have all the receivers in his arsenal, all the resources on offense that he possibly would have for the second half of the season. I still think the Steelers are in the mix, despite what a lot of people are thinking out there. I think we can go on a run in the second half. And trading your wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3, depending on the day, for a draft pick that you're not going to utilize till next year, I don't think helps the Steelers win. This is all on the surface, right? And I didn't think we had to rush it because I don't think Claypool's trade value was going to go down that much in the offseason.
Correct, because we could trade him during the offseason.
No matter what,
yes.
I get, because I thought this through. I do think his trade value would go down because then draft picks would be slotted, and if a team's looking for a receiver, they're probably just thinking, all right, we'll draft one in the first or second round.
Okay.
I get that. I don't think it's going to be worse than a third rounder, though,
Okay.
because Claypool's still 6'4", 240 pounds, and has proven productivity. Whereas if you draft a receiver, you don't know what you're getting out of that. So for all those reasons, I was not really fond of the trade. I just didn't think we really needed to do it right now. We could have traded him in the offseason.
Okay.
But things flipped.
No, fair enough. And we're going to get to the second part. I just want to stay on the first part right here, so I'm with you on that. For me, man, my initial reaction was very similar to yours. I was slightly confused because he has been a part of this offense, and you talk about the past 2 games, specifically past 3 games, he's been a major part of this offense in terms of some of the catches he's been able to do, some of the stuff he's been doing just in terms of helping move the ball along. I mean, he threw a touchdown pass for crying out loud. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you've seen his uptick in productivity, and that was also part of the reason why, you know, we were talking about keeping him to see what this could really look like, how this could potentially, what it could grow into. And obviously, we also talked about just from a pricing standpoint, he's still cheap on a rookie deal. You still had the rest of this season and all of next season where you controlled his rights, so you didn't feel the pressure of a contract necessarily either. Now, granted, that could have changed, like how it was with Deontay this time a year ago.
I think it would have. He probably would have been looking for a
Right.
second contract. But that's when you could talk about the trade.
Absolutely.
Talk about it in the offseason.
Yeah,
then.
but he would have also had to have been a lot more productive down the stretch, which would have helped us
True.
out either way and helped Kenny out. So initially, I'm thinking about that. And I'm also thinking about how he's been helping out Kenny in the slot, in that safety valve, what he's been able to do, so to speak. And now I'm like, okay, granted, George Pickens is, I think, going to be a better player, but they're not using him the way that they're using Claypool right now. So I really wasn't the most excited about that. And obviously after that, I was like, okay, what direction are we about to go in? Is this about to be a fire sale type situation, and we're going to move a Cam Hayward, we're going to move a Najee, we're going to move a Evans, or is it going to be something different? Are we firing coaches? Like, it was a lot on the table when that trade first happened, but then obviously we saw another trade happen a little bit later that kind of changed my mindset and helped me feel a lot more comfortable with the situation. But I do like this move for Chase for a couple of reasons. Number one, a change of scenery, man. Coming to Pittsburgh, it's not the easiest place to play. We talk about how passionate the fan base is. It's a gift and a curse at times, man. When they love you, they love you. But as we talk about the TikTokers, right?
Yeah.
How at times that wasn't always received with love. And at times, anything that he would do after that, it was going to always be a little bit more hypercritical. Things that he could say in other organizations about other teams here in Pittsburgh is going to be a headline because you're a Pittsburgh Steeler. I think for him, man, being able to go to Chicago is going to be a lot less spotlight, a lot less everybody being so hyper reactive to everything that he would say or do on and off the field. So I think that helps him. I also think, and I hope that this has this effect on him as well, that it's a wake-up call. So he can understand that just because you're drafted does not mean that you're going to play on that particular team forever. You have to live up to the expectations. You have to come to that full potential. And if not, you open yourself up to being vulnerable. to them deciding, hey, is a second round draft pick worth more than what Chase can give me today? And that's ultimately what he opened himself up to because of some of the inconsistencies that he had on the field. I'm hoping for him, because all of us go through this, right? You get drafted by Team Deke, man. You swear up and down, man, I'm going to build my house here. I'm going to play my whole career here. I'm never leaving. I'm going to be a Hall of Famer. They're going to put my jersey up in the rafters. And that first time you finally move on to a different team where you get cut or anything happens, it's like that wake-up call. I remember for me, leaving Buffalo. I'm like, bro, I would never leave Buffalo. Man, they love me up here. Until they didn't want to re-sign me. And I'm like, what? And now you got to go through that process. But then it wakes you up and it lets you understand that this is more of a business, right? And now you start understanding how you have to operate, how you have to prepare mentally, physically, and you take the job to another level, so to speak, right? And I'm hoping that for Chase, he will understand that, because it is very humbling, man. When you're traded, when you're released, when they don't want you in any capacity, that's a humbling experience. But for him, he could use this opportunity to help him understand, hey, the professional element of it. If there was ever any questions about your preparation, put them to bed. If there was ever any questions about your desire to play, put them to bed. If there's ever any questions about could you be a number one receiver, man, you're gonna have a great opportunity in Chicago. Marcus Goodwin, shout out to young Keys right there, young Goody. But it's like, man, that's one of their more consistent guys out there when he's healthy. I forgot the cat on the other Mooney, but I say he's another guy that's kind of like Claypool in the sense of potential talent, but hasn't really lived up to it consistently just yet in terms of what their expectations are. For Chase, he's going to have similar opportunity, man, to be the guy there. And you're playing with a mobile quarterback that has shown the one thing that he can do is extend plays, man. So hopefully for Chase, man, it does work out. But, you know, when I thought of it for him, I'm like, this could be a good situation as well. And then for us, man, to get a second-round draft pick, I swear I did not think Chase was going to be worth a second-round pick, just in the sense of not him as a positional player, but just him in his value alone. I'm like, AB didn't even give us that.
What happened to the CMC haul that the Steelers were asking for?
Hey, yo.
Multiple seconds?
Like, seriously, I'm like, bro, I had no clue that he was going to be worth that just because of the inconsistencies at time. But I do think the big reason why this deal made so much sense for Chicago is you have a year and a half of him under the rookie contract still where you don't have to pay him. And with that, it's like, man, if he taps into that potential, great. But if he doesn't, then y'all can move on from him, you know? Yeah. And for us, it's like, man, shoot a second-round pick for Chase right now, and it's a Chicago one. I get it. I definitely get it, man.
Do you still feel that way? Not being happy about the trade for the
correct.
Steelers?
I'm good now.
For you?
I'm good now. An hour later?
Just trading for William Jackson?
Yeah, because it reassured me that we're not on some like nonsense, man.
Well, hold on. So that goes hand in hand, I think. Yeah. Which is why I flipped on it too, because the report came out a little bit later, a tweet by Josina Anderson saying that the Steelers have had this trade on the docket for like 2 or 3 weeks, citing that Claypool may be a distraction behind the scenes and in the locker room. And that to me is the only explanation that makes sense to get rid of him. Combined with, if we go back to, I still don't think Claypool's value is going to go down that much in the offseason, but this probably is his peak value to get a top 10 pick in the second round. So if you combine that with maybe the Steelers don't view him as a culture guy going forward, it was never going to be a fit. They were going to get rid of him anyway. All right, move on. Move on sooner rather than later then. Yeah, and my thing, man, because I've heard the reports that was the case, and I've heard the reports that wasn't the case, and because I can't definitively say yes or no, either way with it, right? If it is valid, because with Chase and because of how his time was here, it does leave it up to question, because it's like it wouldn't be a surprise if it was the case, but at the same time, it wouldn't be a surprise if it wasn't the case. And I know this isn't even rumors. This is stuff we're literally watching.
Yeah, that's
on
what I'm
games.
saying.
Some of the stuff he was doing on the sidelines. Even,
so I'm like,
combined with the
I could
TikToks.
understand if that is truly the case. If it wasn't, all right, great. But if that was, I can understand. But the one thing that I do think is a benefit, if it was the case, is like you said, man, go ahead and do it now. Don't prolong this thing. You send a clear message if that is the case. If it wasn't the case, because I don't want it to be the, hey man, we picking on Chase because this reporting is not accurate. If this report isn't true though, then it's like, okay, I get it because of the value. Second round draft pick, a high second round draft pick as well for a receiver that has been inconsistent for us, but we know potentially in a year from now, or a couple of months from now when the offseason hits, could be wanting a contract and could...
You don't want to deal with that.
...rock that boat a little bit. I'm with you on that. But I also like the fact, man, I'm kind of 50-50 on liking this and not liking it. The opportunity it gives for George Pickens. I like part of it in the sense of, yes, I want him to get more opportunities. And I do want him to get more targets. I don't like it in the sense that you are now expediting his development. You're putting that in the fast track, very similar to what we did with Kenny. So instead of, you getting a chance to be the third receiver occasionally, you get better matchups, you easing your way into it, occasionally get a second guy. Now you're not going to be getting those type of luxuries going forward. You're going to be facing top 2 guys every single time. And depending on how they view you versus Deontay, it was times where he was matched up with Darius Slay. That wasn't what he's looking for. James Bradbury, I liked him a lot on that. Darius Slay, it's like, bro, you're looking at the difference of a guy who's been doing it a lot longer at a higher level. And I thought that it kind of caught him off guard at times. And that's the thing where it's like, well, now when you make this move, yes, it's a benefit because he's talented, but the other part is now he's thrust into a bigger role, and we're going to see how fast he can come into this thing and really develop, because he still did some good stuff. And honestly, man, the receivers, in terms of their route running and stuff like that, man, they were doing a good job this game. And I do want to come back and say that just after rewatching and stuff like that. But we're just going to have to see Ken Pickens actually live up and actually produce to that extent, because Chase, like you said, man, it's an 800-yard receiver, 5 to 6 touchdown type dude per season. That's what he's been showing for us. So even though we don't love it because we think he's better and capable of more, that's still not something to
sneeze at.
Easy, absolutely, yeah.
We just trade away and it's all going to be good. Someone's going to come in and replace him in the snap of a finger.
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting for multiple reasons. Like you said, with Pickens, I'm assuming he gets more targets. Freiermuth, he gets more targets, which I'm not opposed to at all. I'm actually pumped about. But now who takes the wide receiver 3 spot? Because the gap between Claypool and the other 3 dudes is pretty wide, just in terms of who's proven or whatnot. Now, Steven Sims, he's being talked about as being the slot guy right now.
They're also night and day in terms of Chase Claypool 6'4", 6'5" in the slot versus Steven Sims, Gunnar Olszewski 5'11" in the slot. Kind of like when Arthur Millette was on the show and he was talking about, hey, man, Mike Williams is tough. Why? Because of how big he is in there. And that's part of the thing when you look at Chase versus these other options that we have at slot. Even Pat Freiermuth at slot isn't the same type of animal that Chase Claypool is in there. And that's the thing where I'm just like, part of me is saying, how do you replace that? The other part of me is saying, I think that I'm hoping that this means that we get a little bit more bigger personnel groupings. Get more 12, more 21. We did actually do.
Well, that's what Farron Bradford said.
Yeah, but so we did get some of that this last game against Philly. 22 personnel, some of the Derek Watt stuff. We didn't do a ton of it, but we did start to introduce more of it. And I feel like we run our running game is the best when it's in 21, 22 personnel. Our play action, the reactions that we get are more real out of that personnel grouping. But the pros to that are that, right? In terms of better run blocking, better in terms of the fake being real. The con is you don't have as many guys running out for routes. So if that number 1 guy isn't a dude that's going to win, you're limited to Derek Watt to the flat or a tight end dragging across. So, that's the kind of give and take with that thing.
What pros do you see of having someone like Sims in the slot, though? Because Claypool even said in his Chicago interview, he's like, they moved me to slot this year. And he's like, it wasn't the best of fits. Even though we still saw productivity out of him.
It wasn't the best of fits because his numbers weren't what he wanted him to be. But it wasn't for lack of him winning. At times, I do feel like, and this is with both of these quarterbacks, with Mitch and with Kenny now, just anticipating when you can make certain throws, NFL open. Understanding when you have time to actually be able to sit in the pocket and scan your field versus when you have to take off. I thought this game, man, going back and watching it a couple of times now, for Kenny, he was just a little bit off in that vein, but that's a part of the rookie thing. But for Chase, I don't think that it was a bad fit. I just think that because he wasn't getting the amount of touches that he probably wanted, it always makes you feel like that. But when you watch it on tape, it's like, no, dude, you're winning. You're doing what you're there for. Like, this is a mismatch. But dang, now I just drew a blank on what we about to. Oh my goodness,
Sims, Claypool.
Oh, but
Gunner.
yeah, but the thing was with Sims and Gunner, they're just different in the sense of how you use them. With Chase, the mismatch is the size. So jump ball, fade ball, verticals out the slot become very deadly when it's Chase Claypool. Are you worried about a vertical route from Steven Sims and Gunnar Olszewski in the slot? Nah, because even though they're fast, you don't have it's not as easy of a throw to throw it over this DB or this linebacker who's actually the same height or taller than these little guys in terms of Steven Sims and Gunner. So for Chase, think about what is Juju in the slot, right? How many times you see Ben throw it over the LB right here because it's a bigger body guy in there? You can go back shoulder if the guy's trying to outrun him. So because he's so big, that's the separation. That's the issue that it creates. With Gunner and Steven, their threat isn't vertical. They win Wes Welker style. Run at you, burst away from your leverage. Okay, you're man-to-man. I'm a jitter off the line of scrimmage. I'm bursting this way. If you outside leverage, I'm jitter. I'm bursting across the line of scrimmage. And for Kenny, his job is just read the route. It's literally an option. That's how those type of guys really get after it. Now, they can still run some routes out of it. And when they evolve to that, now you're looking at a Julian Edelman type. Little guys that can stretch the field and still go up and make combat catches across the middle. When you get that, that's special. But most of the time, those little guys, you're thinking more so work in the middle of the field, the running away from leverage. You get them the ball quick and let them catch it and run type stuff.
Our line has been blocking better this season.
They have been.
That type of stuff could have been more beneficial at least last game.
Correct. Getting it out
ball
quick.
Out.
Yeah.
And the thing with Sims, here's the problem. We just don't have anything really proven with him at receiver. But he did have a little bit of a chemistry with Pickett.
No, he definitely did. Heck yeah, he did.
And I like what he's doing when he gets the ball in his hands on these punt returns. So we'll see. A little reminiscent of AB out there at times.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, they're still going to be able to make it work whichever way they go. I personally would like for them to go with more of a 12 personnel approach, some of the bigger body groupings, and get back to being more of a physical unit, because when you play action out of that, it will open up naturally for you. And then from there, it's more so just teaching Kenny or letting Kenny get more comfortable through the reps out there, because it was still sometimes even in this game where, yes, Philly was winning up front, but it was still some times where our offensive line was giving them protection. But I just think it's for him. He just has to keep seeing it. Whether it's on tape, whether we're in practice, whether he's in the game, the more he sees it, the more comfortable he'll get, and then his eyes will catch up to it. And then once that happens, I think it opens it up even more. But off of the run, I just think it makes it a lot easier. Even when I look at Jalen Hurts, man, Jalen Hurts would get confused at times in that game, man. But the other times it was just easier throws because it was set up off of a run fake or run action. And because of how well they can run the ball, the threat of it, our guys have to react. And it makes it just an easier, simpler read and throw for that quarterback. So when I think of us, I'm like, we can do similar things, but we have to really commit to that style of approach. They're not throwing the ball to set up the run in terms of Philly. They run the ball and that sets up their passing attack. Right now for us, we're trying to set up our run off of throwing the ball, but we're not productive enough and consistent enough throwing it to actually have it work. And that's the thing where I'm just like, all right, well, what's easier to fix? Is it easier to fix this throwing situation or is it easier to fix this running situation? And I just think for me, watching them over and over, I'm like, man, I just think with the bigger body guys, the better blocking guys, you can get this running game a lot better. But we got to commit to it, though.
Another thing that threw me off with this trade, this was initially, was we traded Claypool, but then we didn't activate Calvin Austin a week prior. And listen, I was getting lit up because this was my big take that I threw out there on social media, and I brought that part of it up. And they're like, what do you mean, dude? Calvin Austin, he got injured. He's out for the year. I think that report came out just as I was making the video, or just yesterday, right?
Yeah.
I knew he had an injury. I knew the injury was a part of it, but I thought it was just like a TJ Watt thing, a little cleanup, because you could have activated Calvin Austin when he got healthy and then bring him in for the last like 7 or 8 weeks. But I'm telling you, going with that Josina Anderson report, us trading for William Jackson, I'm not thinking it's a tanking thing. I think it's more. I think it is more of like a culture thing. The Steelers weren't going to have Claypool around long term. Whether you want to go as far to say he was this big distraction in the locker room or not, I don't think they wanted Claypool as a long term guy for us at the receiver position.
And when you could get a chance to get that type of value for him in that situation right there, you have to go for it. And I think that's what they did, man. So, like I said, to get a second round pick, a high second round for Chase, man, at this stage, man, that's a win. So you just got to roll with it, man. And if you Chase, like I said, pissed off, but look at this on the bright side. You got a great opportunity. And clearly Chicago is going to mess with you because of what they gave up to get you.
Yeah.
That is also something that you should hang your hat on if you Chase. Don't look at it as, man, they ain't want me. Look at it as, yo, they really love me over here. They giving up a second for me, man. And
it might just be a better fit all around because he's from Canada. But also went to Notre Dame,
so he's used to it.
Midwest. Maybe he's more of a Midwest guy. Yeah. As opposed to East Coast Pittsburgh. Dondre Izzo, random question: where did you and Deke meet, or how did you and Deke meet? It's on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, we got the full video, man. Definitely check it out. Don't we just type in Moats and Deke meet?
Something like that. Yeah, you'll find it.
Yeah, it's definitely up there on the page, man, because it's a dope story. It's like a 10-minute story, but random luck. random luck, and ever since then, man, it was like destiny.
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, nice way to say it. Actually, he put a gun to my head and was like, "Bro, you better." I ain't gonna play like that. But he helped me. He strong armed me. He was like, yeah, "You got to do this," and I was like, "All right, yes, sir."
Farron Bradford. Everyone needs to think. Maybe he's trying to say thank. Everyone needs to thank San Fran, Minnesota, and Cleveland in terms of what our. Oh no, he is saying thank. Everyone needs to thank San Fran, Minnesota, and Cleveland in terms of what our future offense will look like in the future.
You saw what Minnesota did.
Hawkinson.
Mm-hmm.
That was a nice trade.
That was a lovely trade. You know, they're gearing up for a
I thought they
run.
fleeced the Lions there.
I would agree.
I guess if you're the Lions, you have no other choice. It's like almost the Pirates. You have a Josh Bell on your team. It's like we're not going to win with him anyway. So,
but you doing that?
Let's try to get
you
some
doing
trade
that in the division
pieces.
though? That's my thing.
Yeah, I guess the
I'm
Lions
not
are just
doing
down
that
that
in
bad.
the division, bro.
They're
Like
just down
y'all
that bad,
crazy. That'd be like us saying, "Hey, you know what, man? It's all bad. Hey, Baltimore, y'all take Pat." Nah. Hey, Cleveland, you want to take Pat? Nah.
I'm with you.
I'm not doing that.
Wasn't
in the
the
division,
wisest
bro.
thing.
Heck no.
That's the Lions, though.
Yeah, but no, you are right though in terms of that type of attack. They run the ball to open up the passing attack. You look at Cleveland, prime example, but you still see they can be explosive through the air, but it's predicated off the run. You talk about Minnesota, it's predicated through Dalvin Cook. That opens it up for Kirk, for Thielen, for Justin. Now Justin can win regardless, but in terms of some of the play action passing, it makes it an easier read for Kirk Cousins as well, man. You know he needed easy. Same with Jimmy G. So I do like this approach, man. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Farron. Believe that.
All right, we got Jake Engelbart joining the upper room.
Oh, well, what up, Jake Engelbart, and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, also, make sure y'all like the stream while we up here, all right? Hit the like button, like it, and subscribe. Also, side note, have been noticing, man, a good amount of people copping merch, man. We definitely appreciate you for that, but make sure you send in pictures in as well on the website, arthurmoats.com, on the contact page. Send pictures of yourselves in the merch so that way you get a chance to get featured on the website as well, man. We always turn it over every week, man. New people, new features and stuff like that. So make sure y'all check that out for those that have been copping the merch. Like I said, man, take that flick, put it up there on the website one time on the contact page. And the website is arthurmoats.com. All right.
Dondre Izzo. Right now, we got 9 picks in the draft. You think we're going to trade off someone else for draft picks? Not even on my mind right now. Not even going to front. Went on a little bit of a rant yesterday. Not a rant. Just threw it out there on Twitter. I'm really tired of the people that are looking forward to the draft right now and
they're
talking about tanking in
They're
2023.
nervous.
All this shit. No, I'm good. I'm not good with having the number 4 pick right now. It's a loser mentality.
Deke, they're seeking comfort. This is what we're talking about. Can they seek comfort, man? You don't like them seeking comfort. You don't like them living in their fears.
I hate the tank talk. I hate the draft talk right now.
Yes,
There's literally people that are popping up on my newsfeed that are smiling over the list of our draft picks right now.
Dude.
No, I'm not cool with that. I want to win games.
I would agree. I would definitely agree.
Such a loser mentality. Fake fans, man.
See, I'm glad we're on the same page. As players, we don't care about the draft. In fact, we want to pick last in the draft. Number 1, because that means we win it. Number 2, that means more job security. So, yeah, I'm with you, baby. I'm with you. I don't care about all that draft nonsense.
It's a terrible precedent.
No, it is, though. And it's funny, too, because...
Where does it actually work?
But think about it, Deke.
It doesn't.
Deke, think about it, though. These are the same ones that say the standard is the standard. Same ones that say, man, hey, if you're not winning a championship, it doesn't matter. And it's like, bro, how can it be that? But then when you finally have some rocky water... You ready to jump ship? You hollering about draft status. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
All because we traded Claypool. But no. You just want to ignore the fact we traded for William Jackson?
Like, come on, bro.
No, we ain't tanking.
Come on, bro.
We ain't tanking.
Come on.
We're trying to make a run here in this second half.
Come on now.
You think how Terrell Edmonds was talking about Tomlin? Did you hear these quotes?
I didn't know.
Saying like Tomlin's like I could tell he's so heated about our record being 2-6 and stuff.
Oh, I don't.
And then even just Tomlin, even Tomlin talking to the media stuff. He's like, no, we're doing everything we can to win games for the rest of the season.
Yeah, trust me. You think I'm thinking about Coach T thinking about tanking in any capacity? Zero. Not happening, bruh.
Okay. Well, he was asking about the draft picks. I'm sorry I didn't have an answer for you there. Do you have any answer about the draft picks? Not going to lie, Jordan Addison would be kind of sick. That's not happening, though, either, because he's getting projected as like a top 15 pick. No.
Like I said, the picks are cool, but I'm not a draft dude like that right now. I'm in season, man. So, yeah, it's like they're cool. I like it. It's not a negative. It's a positive. So we'll leave it at that.
Cameron Strader, question from Moats. What is your thought process when coming to conclusions about a player's ability? I think some people need the perspective. P.S. Deke, you got to get an Artie Burns off your Madden squad.
You already on your squad?
I have to. I have a 100% Steelers
you
team.
did tell me
Dude.
that, yeah.
Our corners are so bad right now.
Oh, you'd have been proud. My little man. Great. He's doing it on his little iPad.
Yeah.
And he said the same. He was like, Dad, are these all Steeler players? Because you know how like some of them, they'll have the different jersey on, even though they are part of the team or they've played
Ultimate
here.
team.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, you want your guys? And they was like not rated high at all, bro. I was like, why y'all trying to Steelers like this, bro? There's a lot of 60s out there, bro. There's a lot of 60s. But he was trying to have integrity. He was trying to have integrity.
That's good to hear.
You'd have been proud of my play calling too, bro. We was getting after these teams too, bro. Just know.
I still have 77 overall Dan Moore starting at left tackle right now, going up against like 90+
That's
edge
rough.
rushers.
That is rough.
It is.
But my thought process when it comes to coming to conclusions about a player's ability, I usually allow a year. Then after that, it's like, man, if I haven't seen it, I start to speculate if it's really going to be there or not. And after 2 years, it's like, yo, you got to believe what the player has shown you. Now, not saying that players can't change after 3 years. Obviously, we know Josh Allen's a prime example of that and some of these other guys, but it's just more common that when you get to a guy going into that third season, he just is who he is. If he hasn't lived up to being a, elite pass rusher or elite jump ball guy or elite thrower of the football, more than likely it's not going to happen. And yeah, I'm just a believer in what I see. If the tape showed me that and it's enough sample size, it's like, all right, man, I believe it. Now, if it's different and, the tape is telling me something different, well, then hey, I believe it as well. But I'm a big believer in the tape. But you got to show me it first. I don't just love potential and just throw him out there because he has all this potential. It's like, I need to see it materialize multiple times before I really believe in it one way or the other.
Ryan McPherson. Hey, Arthur and Deke.
What's up, baby?
What is your favorite moment of all time as a Steeler fan? Moats, what is your favorite moment as a player? Mine is Ben's touchdown pass to San Antonio in Super Bowl 43. I'm with you on that. I don't think anyone can not say that if you've been a fan over these last 20 years. Like,
yeah,
that's it. That's
crazy.
the moment.
Heck, yeah. Yeah, for mine, I was not there for that. I have a lot of moments that I love, but I always go Christmas Day, Immaculate Extension, man. AB, stretch across the field, beat Baltimore for the division, send them home with the L on Christmas Day, and I have my peoples in town too, man. So I definitely enjoyed that. So that would be it for me.
Let's go, UW. I don't understand how anyone could be upset about the Claypool trade. We fleeced the Bears. All the TikTok boys are gone. As I said, I mean, Marcus Allen
all
still
the
around.
TikTok boys. Wow, we calling them that's really the TikTok boys.
No, I do think the second-round pick is good value for us. I think it was a good trade.
TikTok boys, man, for the culture.
Like I said, the main reason I wasn't thrilled about it initially was I just didn't think we had to do that right now.
Yeah.
We could have still kept Claypool for the rest of the year and traded him in the offseason and got something very similar. But with the Josina Anderson report and thinking that probably this is the peak value, sure, I'm good with the trade. I really am. Next we got, hold on, scrolling here.
Oh, hey, now I see.
Booyah. What's up?
What's the word?
Tuning in from the 651 St. Paul, Minnesota. It's my B-Day. Big Shaq.
Happy birthday, broski.
3-4.
Yes, sir.
Moats
you know what
and
time it
Deke
is.
with the #1 podcast. Prayers to y'all. Stay blessed.
No, man, I appreciate you, man. No, happy birthday, man. And shout out to that 34. You know, for 34-year-olds out here. Because we cool. We said 34. But I'm with you, baby. Shout out to that Shaq year. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And yes, please stay safe out here, man. Stay safe. Stay blessed, man. Dude's checking out too soon, man. I still can't believe this, man. Oh, I'm sick. Can't believe it, bro. Can't believe. Can I? We ain't even give him a moment of silence just yet, man.
No, we can't.
All right, man. So for those that don't know, or I don't know how you want to know, but if you aren't aware, famous rap group, the Migos, one of their members did pass away tragically, man, yesterday, or yesterday morning, early morning, midnight time frame type situation, man. But yeah, Takeoff did pass away, man, unfortunately. So I definitely want to give him a moment of silence, por favor. For sure. Man, I can't believe. I still don't want. I'm trying not to think about it. If I don't think about it, then it isn't real. That's my goal. Hopefully it changes, but I don't think it will, unfortunately.
Steeler Nation on fire. Thanks for everything, Chase. Be safe in Chicago.
No, facts, man. Facts.
next 12th wonder. My guys, what's up?
What's the word?
First, I want to shout out Chase and wish him much success. Second, I do understand the trade and think it was a good move. Let's use the picks and build the O-line. This year is still on, too.
No, facts. This year is definitely still in action, man. And like you said, man, the move, the second element of, and you know what? Let's just hop right into that because I haven't seen it come up just yet. But the second part of this thing, man.
About
WJ3. They want to talk about William Jackson, man. But for me, man, that part of the trade, the William Jackson part, was definitely the part that made me feel like we're still with the right mentality. We're still trying to get after this thing, man. We're still very much invested in this season. When we talk about William, a couple of things. Just turned 30, 7 years in this thing, mainly in Cincinnati. Backstory, we obviously wanted him in 2016. Cincinnati took him right before we did, so we ended up drafting Artie Burns. We saw everything played out in both of those guys' careers and stuff like that. He goes to Washington, 3-year, 41 or 40 something $million contract. And obviously this is a year later. They were ready to move on. Beauty part is this, man. We're only on the hook for was like 2.7. I think it's 2.77 million or something. And
I don't know how they work this out.
I have no clue. Yeah.
You look at the spot rack, he has like $12.5 million on his cap hit, and it's a $9 million dead cap. But apparently we have this option after the season. If we don't want to keep him on the roster, we could cut him and we're scot-free.
Like I said, I do not know how that works. Even when I did the reaction yesterday, I was just like, is something with his contract, but I don't know. Yeah, I still don't fully understand.
That's why I didn't want him initially, but apparently we don't have to worry about next year now.
When I saw the news, I was like, not for that cost. But yes, so we're only on the hook for somehow, some way, like 2.7 mil. But in terms of who William Jackson is, the player, good length, I believe he's 6 foot, 180 something pounds, man-to-man corner, good technique in terms of hand placement, rerouting guys, has speed. When healthy, still a really good player. The question is the health part. He's been dealing with a back injury. I think he played 4 games this season so far.
He hasn't played since week 5.
Yeah, since week 5 against, was that the Cow? No, he was full versus the Cowboys. He got hurt the following game. I think it was the Titans maybe. But that was, when you're talking about him as a player, good player still, but not a great player. Like, I think that when healthy at this stage, I like him more than Akello and Levi. I think of him as like a Cam Sutton, but with a outside corner's body. When we think of Cam, man, Cam Sutton is a very smart player, knows where to be, fundamentally sound, will tackle, can reroute guys, ball skills, right? In terms of getting your head around playing the catch point. He does do those things. And that's the thing that I do like about him because of the size and speed that he has also. But at the same time, it's a reason why, he was available. The injury part, yes, but it isn't as consistent as you would necessarily like it to be. But it is helpful. It's very helpful, especially when you're talking about how much man-to-man defense we like to play here in Pittsburgh, especially this season. And we saw how last game went for us at the cornerback position with the man-to-man stuff. I don't know what Akello was doing last week, bro. I went and watched it again, bro. I'm looking at his technique versus when I see Pierre and even Edmonds, and I'm just like, why are you playing it like I get it, I don't get it. Maybe he was rusty. I'm hoping it was rust because I was like, yo, you're setting yourself up for bad things. Like
last 2 games haven't been too promising for Witherspoon.
Yeah, bro.
It's almost like going back to the whole 49ers story a little bit. Lockdown for 6 to 7 weeks, and then we're having these stretches where I'm scratching my head.
I felt bad. Like I'm watching him on tape, and I'm just like, yo, I don't like. Why are you doing this? You're letting this dude kind of free release. You playing back hip, and then you're not even attacking the catch point until it's too late. I'm like, man, but then you watch Pierre. Pierre's playing it like how James Bradbury played us. Hands, shuffle, and stays on top of us, even though we know we're faster, or even though in certain cases they're faster than Pierre because of his body position, because of his hand placement. It's like, yo, you give yourself a chance. With Akello, I'm just like, yo, what are you, like, you're not giving yourself a chance. You're putting yourself at a disadvantage and hoping that you're going to out-athlete this guy, so to speak. And I'm just like, I don't agree with that too much, man. So with that being the case also, it's like, I really like this move because you're going to get a veteran presence. Like we talked about, outside of Cam Hayward and Cam Sutton, we really don't have the guys that have been here through
and this
some of the
feels
success.
Like he's got the dog in him too.
Yo, absolutely. But he's also, he's an AFC North type of dude. We don't rock with Cincinnati dudes like that, but we know.
Battled with AB.
Yeah, but it's my thing. It's like, yo, we know AFC North ball and that culture and what it is. So it's like he's very familiar with that. And when you talk about the physicality that he plays within the running game, it shows, it's reflected, because that's something you got to do in the AFC North. You got to tackle. And he does do that. Like I said, I like his game when he is healthy. I just don't know how healthy he is right now. And that's another concern. Because it's like, man, you don't sign a guy to a 3-year for 40, and then a year later you're trying to move on from him mid-season. And that's part of why, when it's not as consistent as you would want, the health isn't what you would want it to be. These are the things that you kind of deal with at times, man.
Well, did you hear what Rivera said?
I did not all the way. No, I did not all the way.
He was like, we thought Jackson initially was going to be able to fit into our scheme, even though we play a lot of zone. Mm-hmm. He was going to be able to work with the match coverage. Yeah. And he was like, it wasn't a fit. That's basically what it came down to. He's like, William Jackson's a really good corner, but it didn't work for us, so we wanted to give him the opportunity to go to a team that could utilize him better.
No. I mean,
you ain't buying it.
I hear him. I really ain't buying it. I hear him, though. I hear him. I don't know. When I watch it on tape, I ain't get that feeling. I wasn't feeling, oh, yeah, man, he's just, they're using it wrong. It's like, no, I think that
that is one of his knocks, though, the zone coverage. Now, match is kind of like a combo of both, right?
Because match is like man.
Right.
It's man. Especially how we play and how he likes to play it. I don't like him when he has to play off. And at times when they ask him to play off, that is where he struggles at. When he's allowed to play on and he can get hands on and be physical and do that, I like his game a lot. I like him way more on than off.
Well, let's just do that.
Well, that's how we play ours, typically. Yeah, the only person, like every once in a while we'll alternate, like how we want to do it, Sutton alternate. I've seen Pierre alternate in terms of on versus off and stuff like that. But yeah, I personally, I think William Jackson, one of those dudes, like press. We talk about James Pierre. I love James Pierre when he's pressed. I don't want him off coverage where he has to be an athlete. I want him pressed where he can force the action, get hands on guys, and let his technique kind of really help him out. And when I think William, I think the same way. Like when I see him pressed up and he gets hands on guys, he can guard a ton of these dudes. Got the size, got the speed. When he's off and it's like, hey, trust your eyes, be the better athlete, whose feet are better. I don't like that because I think of like Joe Hayden. When Joe first came here, Joe could do that. Then when Joe, down the line, I was like, all right, Joe, you need to get your hands up here, reroute. Don't know how to athlete and don't trust your feet like that. Just do it the old school way, For William, I'm like, you're there now. You need to be hands on, play that game like that. But I think he will help us though.
Yeah, I was excited about this one, even though last week I was not for trading him because I initially saw that they were just going to cut him anyway because they couldn't find a trading partner. That's when I got excited. I'm like, okay, Steelers, look into this now. Yep. You don't have to deal with his contract. But then, like an hour later, I saw that the Steelers are making a move for William Jackson. I figured, like, man, they worked out this contract situation because there's no way you're trading for a dude that they were going to cut anyway and taking on his $12.5 million cap hit for next year.
They definitely worked that out.
Somehow. I don't know.
I still don't
know if I believe it.
I do not know how that deal got done.
I feel like we're going to have some dead cap from William Jackson next year.
Don't you say that.
I just have that feeling.
Well, I mean, hopefully he ball out and then we could just, proceed forward with him. I don't know what that's going to look like.
Either way, if we're going to keep him around, we're going to restructure something.
100%,
sure.
100% have to.
It's either we cut him, bring him back on like a 1 or 2 year deal, or we just restructure what he's got.
My question, though, is what does this mean for Akello?
Has to mean something because Terrell Austin had William Jackson over with Cincy. And I even saw a report that he's talking about William Jackson starting in Week 10.
That's what I'm... You heard who I said?
Mike Tomlin wanted William Jackson in the draft.
You see how
Terrell Austin
I went right to the one. I was like, we're not gonna sugarcoat this. We're not gonna play. We ain't gonna camp.
I didn't read the article. I saw the headline. It said start, not just play. I saw start.
I'm at your neck with it, Deke. What's going on with Akello? Because that's your dude now. That's your Cam Sutton. He's safe. He green light game.
Oh
he
yeah,
good.
for sure.
Levi, he's safe. He green light game. He good. What's happening? Is he the odd man out?
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. I mean, does he get a helmet? Is he at least in a helmet?
Oh, a helmet. Wow.
Is he at least getting that? How many we dressing this week? I mean, next week. Sutton.
I feel like they probably like Pierre better for depth, right?
Okay. Said William.
Because that's exactly what they were doing last year. They kept Pierre around, and Witherspoon was sitting for the most part the first half of the season. It might be.
It's going to be interesting to see, bro. It's going to be interesting, bro. And Levi, it's weird because like when I watch Levi,
he's been solid for us this year outside of the Bills game.
But at the same time, in certain parts of his game where he's still a little bit loosey goosey too, man. Like his consistency hasn't been what I would like to have been. But I still feel like they feel more comfortable with him right now because he's been playing at least more consistently. Yeah,
just dropped too many picks. Whereas
like Akello, it's been like it done got kind of rough these past 2 ones, bro.
Yeah, the Browns. Now you could even argue the Patriots. Now he had amazing coverage on Aguilar and he mossed him, but still the result's the result.
Yeah,
and he gave up chunk passing plays against the Patriots. It wasn't anything egregious, but he had really good coverage there too. Yeah. So I wasn't really alarmed after the Pats game. Because who was the one
who got him?
It was the Browns game. Cooper.
It was you're right. It was Aguilar. I forgot.
Aguilar on the like right before
super
the half.
Weird. Like how does this happen?
It was in Witherspoon's hands too.
Yeah. Which one was worse? You think that one or Meek on Sunday?
The Witherspoon one.
Bro, I still don't understand why Jalen threw that ball.
Like terrible pass.
It worked out great, but I'm just like, yo, this was the absolute worst.
It looked amazing because it like hit Brown and stride.
Bro,
and everything.
You watch it on tape. I'm like, what are you doing? And not just double coverage. They were in position.
Yeah,
like good coverage. I'm just like, bro, are you serious right now? Like, come on, so you wilding.
No, I like this Jackson move. I think overall Steelers did good yesterday.
I would agree.
An A?
I think that they made, I would agree. I think they did what they needed to do in terms of they offloaded a talented but not really materialized or not really living up to the full potential player for high value in terms of the second round draft pick. And then you bring in a corner that can help you right now. You wanted them in the past. And for the Steelers, they believe in their draft process. How many of these dudes do we talk about the Steelers? They love to build within the draft. They love to build within their own. Or how many guys that they love during the draft process or loved at some point in time and they go and get them. So it's like, man, they got this dude for a reason. They believe they can get something out of him for a reason. And the connection already with Terrell Austin, I don't see it as like a bad. I think it's low risk, high reward because especially now knowing the contract wise. Before the contract,
I still don't know if we know though.
I do not know how. All I know is the Wizard of Omar is still up there doing something with the numbers. I don't know how he does what he does, but somehow, some way he does it. I don't know. I'm not going to ask too many questions, but I don't know. We'll accept it though.
This is different, right? Compared to Colbert. 2 trades at the trade deadline? Or do you think Colbert would do something similar in this setting?
Put it like this. We've been seeing the team do more aggressive stuff, right? Dating back to them moving for Mika, trading up for Bush. So it's like we've been seeing some
signing like Ebron and Ingram, Ogunjobi.
All right. So I think this is a part of that progression. I don't know if Kevin would have done both, but I do think this is a part of that progression, though, so to speak. I mean, even think about this offseason. Like
maybe Omar had his hand more in the last couple of years than we think.
Saying. Like I think it could definitely be more of that, you know? Because we've been seeing an uptick. And we've been acknowledging it too. We're like, oh man, we know we want to do that. We usually thought that this was off limits. Oh, we're doing this too. Yeah. Shoot, even when we traded Melvin Ingram last year. Yeah. I was like, oh, what? Oh, all right. Like we do what we want to do. Okay, cool.
All right, back to the chats.
I like it though.
Solo 1. Super angry about trading Claypool. Distraction, in quotes, in the locker room. Report is fake news. Just to make Steeler fans feel good about it. Real news is that DJ was initially going to be traded to Chicago.
They probably would have put him as available, but I don't think you're getting a second-round draft pick back for him. Not for
because of the contract.
Absolutely, he's getting 18 a year. So it's like, yeah, you could have moved him, but you're not getting a second-round pick for him. And because I've seen that as well. It's like, oh man,
we've traded Claypool
I wish it had been Deontay. And it's like, bro, Deontay, you're not getting a second-round draft pick back for. Like you're not. And if I'm Chicago and I'm picking between Chase and Deontay with Fields, to me, Chase should be the easier player to adapt to be able to, like we said, just throw it up at times if you're Fields, right? When you're making some moves, like, oh, a bigger body receiver, I can see him easier. I can trust him on a jump ball easier. Where Deontay's winning right now in a hurry. But if you're not reading it, if you don't feel like you got time or whatever, or if he doesn't win the one-on-one, you're not necessarily going to feel confident just throwing him a 50-50 ball like that. So it's like, man, I mean, yeah, that's the reason for me, at least. I think Chicago went ahead and went with Claypool instead of DJ. But I'm glad that DJ's still here, though, man. We need him. He's been balling.
I got to read this one. Todd Sikowski. The Windy City might help Chase stay on his feet. The wind will keep him up.
I can't stand. It's the counterbalance. I can't stand y'all. I cannot stand
An undercurrent of win.
I wish I would have been a Notre Dame fan when he was there because I want to know, was he doing this there?
Maybe the wind helped
I've
him
never
there.
looked at it when he was there to even know. But yo, did he fall like this at Notre Dame, bro?
Calculated snipe. Fire Canada. 4 quarterbacks, same result. Let's be real. Hashtag here we go. Official that he's not getting fired. Tomlin said that.
It is official. And I went back and watched that tape, baby. I don't feel like this was on Canada this week, baby. His dude's open. His dude's in the middle of the field. His dude's deep, intermediate, and short. Zone man. Protections there at times as well. Red zone, middle of the field. It was just, Kenny had a rookie game, man. He had a rookie game. I can understand why Coach Tomlin is like, I feel a little bit better about the offense with Canada. I can understand. It's like,
well, even with Kenny having a rookie game, we moved the ball a lot.
We definitely did. And that's the thing. It's like we moved the ball. We didn't get the touchdowns in the red zone. But even with that, it's like it was still, in the words of Coach Tomlin, more meat on the bone. So, yeah, man, I think we're going to be all right,
We just
baby.
need to win some games.
Absolutely.
Really.
You start winning,
if we're 4-4 right
changes.
now, we're 5-3. Like
no
we
one's
should
hollering
be.
about this type of stuff. Yeah, but when you lose, you start pointing fingers. You start looking for somebody to be the scapegoat. Trust me, man. We're going to be all right. Watching that tape, man, because the thing is, a lot of these things are just like, yo, if you go back and watch them on tape, like for Kenny, like, yo, once you see this on tape, now you'll understand that you did have this. But when it's your first time feeling it, when it's still new to you, you don't feel like you have that type of time. And for him, when I watch him, I'm like, yo, he's going fast. Like at times it's good, but other times it's like, yo, you got more time. Like, but you got to be out there to feel it. And it's just the reps part of it. So he's going to get it, man. And he's going to be fine. Once he does, it's going to be what we think it could be. Because it's showing up, is there. And at times he's making it. At times he's doing it. It's just not the frequency that we're accustomed to or that we know that we're potentially capable of.
Sure.
No.
Jubilee 28. Sitting here wondering how fire our offense would be with Canada fired. And Hawkinson at tight end with Muth. Hashtag sabotage 7 and 8.
I mean,
I did think about that tight end combo with Gesicki being on the trade block. It's just not something we really need right now. If we can fall into drafting a dope dude in like the 3rd or 4th round in the upcoming years, then fine. I don't think we need to look for an elite tight end to pair with Muth.
At this stage, though, for Kenny, I still don't even think like it's, I don't know, it's just different. I think like he just has to go through this phase, man, of just picking it up and learning it, man. Like the talent is going to be there. He has the pieces around him already. I don't think you have to do anything crazily different in terms of bringing in more talent and stuff. Like,
I think we'll be all right going forward.
saying,
I do.
bro.
I think the offense been steadily improving. We've been getting signs with that, and we're getting TJ Watt back.
Absolutely.
Larry Ogunjobi should be healthy too, and we just brought in William Jackson. Secondary should hopefully be better as well.
I would agree. So let's pause on the supers because there's about to be 5. So let's hit up TG real quick, get his reaction on these trades, and then after that, man,
He called it.
he did. Like, yo,
Kind of. I don't know. He was all over the place with it though.
No, you know he was fired up. He was texting me talking about some. All right, they still got one more they got to make.
He called the nausea one.
He was
and
calling
said first and a third.
He was calling for it. He was shooting it to hey Mo, hey, come on now. You know he this one too. I'm like, all right, bro. So let's see. The real question is too, man. Where is he gonna be at today?
All right, your phone's live.
Thanks for the heads up on that before I put something crazy.
Know, right?
Yeah, that's real professional for you right there, man. I'm grateful for your considerations.
No
yes.
problem.
That boy said, "Hey, your phone live, baby. Just know." Hey, he really ain't gonna answer this phone.
Wow.
After he was just texting me talking about, hey man, we can go right now. You want to? You ready? You got me?
Please leave your message.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm about to text him.
TG.
Come on, T. Don't do that today.
Bad luck.
Come on, T. Don't do that today, man. There's women and children up here waiting on you, man.
Call him again.
Nah, just text him.
You're not a double caller.
I'm a texter. You know I'm a texter.
Okay.
I'm for sure a texter.
Well, here, I'll read one of these
There we
super
go.
chats then.
You know he gonna call as soon as you start reading too. That's what he always do.
Brilla 92. We are learning about how Con operates.
We
Pro
definitely
being
are.
he's aggressive, i.e. contracts, free agents, trades. Con being he traded my guy. Now we got to see how he drafts. Well, I think last year's draft was pretty damn good.
I would agree, and I think
Still early,
I think
but
free agency was pretty decent as well. I think we had some good moves.
yeah, rebuilding the offensive
That's
line.
what I'm saying. I'm with it.
Still might be missing left tackle a little bit though, but overall, O-line's a lot better than what it was last year. I mean, throughout the course of this whole season, last week was a tad bit of a step back, but still, we're not going to be playing a defense like the Eagles going forward.
Not at all. They had a ton of depth and a ton of pieces on the front. It's weird like hearing my voice when I'm not on the actual phone. So I'm going to just wait till he texts me back.
I'll take the headset out too.
About to sound, I felt like I was back in like the studio. I'm like, hold on, I don't like this. Wait a minute.
We got to take on Marcus Allen here.
Uh-oh.
Steeler Nation on fire.
Is he a TikToker, yes or no?
No, he says he doesn't go overboard with the TikToks like Juju and Claypool.
See, that's perspective right there.
Here's the thing with Juju and Claypool, though. When have they made a TikTok? I haven't seen anything that they... I don't follow them or anything, but during Claypool's rookie year back in 2020, we were always getting stuff popping up, right?
Right.
Has Claypool even made one? Has Juju even made one in the last, year?
A TikTok?
That's, noteworthy? That's drama-based?
Technically, he has been, but it's been
He
Kansas
has been?
City. It's been like Kansas City.
Juju has?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because they
where they went
big,
wayward with it is doing it on the field before
that was the whole issue. You just can't do it on the field for the game. Or when you lose and they tell you, hey, don't do it on the field for the game because they know now, and then you still do it on the field and then you still lose and you don't produce. That's when it becomes an issue, yes.
Yes. Because does Marcus out? I don't even know. Does he do it on TikTok? Is this actually on Instagram? Is it like a story? Whenever he does it after the game? I don't know. I'm becoming an old man
like that, man. But hold on, I did want to address something. I did see this in the chat. Trina Still Diva. She says, "I'll be in the bushes for now." In terms of in the show, she's like, "Y'all pray for my daughter. She was carjacked and held onto the car. The guy slammed on brakes and she flew across the road. She's in the burn unit and fighting currently."
Wait, what?
Yeah, she put this in the chat, man. So Trina, man, we definitely praying for you, your daughter, man. Hope everybody is safe, man. Yikes, that is definitely scary right there, man. Definitely scary, but we're definitely praying for you and your fan, though, man. 100%.
Absolutely.
Jeez. That's nuts, bro. That is nuts, man. I saw it in the chat. Some people was like, yo, praying for Trina. See, I just wanted to, make sure we shouted her out for that one, man. Yikes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, no easy transition. But
Ain't
we'll
that
go
the
to 12th Wonder here. I also think Sims is in the slot, can/will be dangerous.
He has the potential to be 100%. Like, don't get what I'm saying in terms of why Chase is so much of a mismatch in the slot as I don't like a Steven Sims or a Gunnar Olszewski in the slot. Both elements are dangerous. They're just different in terms of the approach. Steven Sims can still be electric in the slot, 100%. Gunnar Olszewski, he could be electric in the slot. Miles Boykin could be good in the slot, but just in a more of a Chase Claypool type of way. You see what I mean? Whereas when we talk about Steven, when we talk about Gunnar, think more of an Eli Rogers type of way, in terms of the side to side. Every once in a while you get a deep over, but a lot of it is quick, close to the line of scrimmage, catch, run after type stuff. So they can still be very effective and very impactful to Kenny's development as well, man, because of that safety valve element. But it's just a difference in terms of that threat versus the threat of a Chase Claypool in the slot and what he could bring to the table in terms of stretching the field vertically.
And the thing with Claypool is just we know what he could do at least.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
In a regular season. Because Sims was doing some good stuff in the preseason. Gunnar, we saw him do some good stuff in the preseason, but their impact has really only been felt in the return game for the respective teams. And then Miles Boykin, he's been on the Ravens these last couple of years and wasn't really getting many opportunities in general. So who knows? Who knows? It will be interesting. Like I said at the beginning, with Pickens potentially getting more targets, Smoot getting more targets. Like you said, maybe a bigger personnel grouping out there, and then it's just who steps up as that wide receiver 3.
Yeah.
And then he also goes on to say, we are trying to fortify the D for this year and make future moves. Bittersweet seeing Chase go.
Yeah, and if you're talking about making a short-term move that could help you now and in the long term, this would be it in terms of moving on from Chase, because you still have the counterbalance of a Pickens, a Deontay, a Muth, a Najee, a Jalen, you know what I mean? But defensively, you're getting a proven guy that can help you today in terms of William Jackson. So I get it. and you also get the draft pick. So for future references, if you don't like the corner, you can replace that. If you don't like what you got a receiver, you can replace that. If you want to do something offensive line wise, you could do that. So I get the here and the future of why this makes sense on both parties. So yeah, I'm with it.
I'm seeing in the chat people talking up Boykins better than Claypool.
Well, the thing
That's
is
the thing we don't know. I mean, maybe. I
Like-
mean, he was a third-round pick in his own right.
Yeah, but we have to understand the difference between potential and productivity. The potential is there for Miles Boykin, yes, but the productivity has not been there. The same way for Chase, the potential to be a number one receiver is there, but the productivity hasn't equated to a number one receiver just yet. But we still knew a lot more about Chase. We still knew where he was at, in worst case, what he would give you in terms of his floor. Whereas when we're talking about some of these other guys, the speculation, it could be high ceiling, low floor. It could be high floor, low ceiling. Like, it's just a lot of up in the air, though. And when you're talking about who you want to, marry, so to speak, sometimes you want to lean on the side of, man, let me see a little bit more of this been proven than necessarily going with a lot more of the unknown, but you feel really good about it.
Solo 1. Can we stop blaming TikTok? Are players not human? Anything that people do other than practice gets blamed as the reason why they have a bad game.
Oh, ain't that the truth?
Juju and Claypool were not utilized correctly.
Why do we always say not utilized correctly? Is that just because like a player wasn't like perfect in terms of catch every pass, score every touchdown, all these yardage, like not used correctly? I don't agree with that. I think certain players aren't as productive as they would like to be and as we might expect for them to be, but I don't think it's a issue of them being utilized correctly or not. Sometimes it's about matchup. Sometimes it's about consistency, health. It's a lot. I mean, you think of some of Juju's best years in his career, they were here in Pittsburgh, baby, Now, we know it's then shifted in terms of when it changed to Matt Canada, but it was also a change in quarterback in terms of Ben not being the same 7 from, when Juju first came in the league and was able to do what he was doing. The offense was different. The offensive line there was a lot of changes with that thing, man, but I don't think he wasn't utilized correctly. Neither one of them dudes. They were still productive players. Heck yeah.
The thing about TikTok, though,
it's just a bad look for
I was
the perception. It's the perception part.
I was going to say this, though, too. Because you got a dude like Tyreek Hill. He's all out there doing different stuff. Gaming and social. Dude, he's leading the league in receiving yards.
Antonio Brown could be selling floss on the sideline, but he go out there and get 2 touchdowns, 230 on the in the air. We ain't tripping.
Because the thing about the whole Juju, Claypool, and Ebron era of 2 years ago, it wasn't just the Pittsburgh media shitting on it. It was the rest of the league and other fans around the league laughing at the Steelers.
Because we were more concerned with the videos than we were with actually being productive. And when that's the disconnect, that is why people point to that. But yeah, players aren't robots, man. Players have lives. And just because we see something on social media, as we talk about, that's a small fraction of who that player is. But at the same time, perception does matter at times. And we've seen that for good and for bad. So is the perception good when you're making a vid and you're not productive and it's clearly causing, a distraction nationally when, like I said, ESPN and all these other networks are talking about you making videos? That's part of why, is where it was at with those guys in particular.
Come on here. He's got a back-to-back here.
Oh, hey,
says, I'm sad to see Claypool go, but it was the right move for this franchise. Ever since the Vikings game, Ben would have led the biggest comeback in history. He's talking about the Claypool first down celebration.
Yeah. That moment was crazy.
We would have gotten an extra play at least.
We would have. We had to actually go at it.
I would have liked for Muth to catch that ball,
funny.
but that would have been a hell of a catch. He got slammed by like 3 people.
Yes, that was pretty funny.
Calmonier.
Claypool was pissed off too. Remember, he got mad and they got mad at him.
Yeah, he got mad at like Trey Turner.
He's like, how you gonna call me out, bro? Like, yo, you're actually in the wrong here, bro.
Monier says, Claypool was a beast and still a beast. 2nd round pick is all I could have hoped for. We'll be thanking Omar this time next year. # Pickens season. # Fire Canada.
Okay.
Come on, yeah. 7 is the only reason Canada had a 20-point game. # GOAT. Yeah. Not even Brady or Rodgers could do that with Canada at the helm. Big Ben elevated him beyond his wildest dreams. Skydiving hack. Are you guys encouraged by Omar Khan going forward? Yes, very much. Hope the plan going forward is building this team up with top-end talent on the O-line and D-line.
I mean, building from the trenches out, I mean, I'm with
Never
it.
a bad strategy.
Never a bad strategy. You're always going to be competitive. You're always going to be in the action.
Just make sure you pick the right guys, not some bums.
I mean, San Fran's kind of built like that, though. They're built trenches out. Yeah.
We had to do it, too, back in 2011, 2012.
No, absolutely. I get it.
Castro,
Started going
Pouncey,
trenches
all
out.
those guys. Yeah. AJ Martinez. My apologies to all. I need to share the wonderful life of my stepdad, dad number 2, JT the Ripper Gonzalez. He passed away yesterday.
Oh,
from a
RIP,
brain
man.
injury sustained in a fall.
Yikes.
Great man. All he knew. A great man to all he knew.
Dang. Well, no, man. R.I.P. to JT the Ripper, man.
We're getting some bad news today.
Heck yeah. God dang, man. It's just getting worse and worse. But we're going to keep sending the positivity out there, man. So we are definitely, sending our condolences to you, though, AJ, and your family, man, while y'all going through this passing as well. Yikes.
I think I missed one, too. Is it Steeler Nation on fire? Should the Steelers bring Cody on the roster? He's talking about Cody White.
Oh. That has to be who he's talking about, right?
I'm seeing some people in the chat bringing up Tyler Vaughns. I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Who else was playing in the block on? Tyler, where's Tyler been since we
I don't know. I'm about to check right now because him and Kenny had that connection.
I remember Tyler was straight in the preseason. Yeah.
All right, hold on. Because Cody White, I got nothing against him, but
Tyler was straight though, bro. Tyler was cooking in the preseason.
Free agent.
So
at least bring him on practice squad, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are we gonna have room? Is there space opened up? Well, we lost Claypool. We're bringing in Jackson.
Yeah,
so I guess nothing's really changed.
Yeah,
we just have less receivers on the 53,
right.
More secondary.
But we obviously have the bye week, so they're gonna make some moves in terms of if they want to activate, bump down somebody, they're gonna have some chance to do any of that type of stuff. All right, it looks like TG has finally said that he is back from wherever he was at. We're gonna find out.
Works for me.
He talking about I just called you back. Yeah, you called me back when I ain't had your phone on. Why would I? I can't trust you right now. You made me nervous. Got me calling you in public. You ain't answering the phone. You know you don't like that in company like that, man. Don't be embarrassing me in front of company.
Hello?
Oh, there he is. Ladies and gentlemen, he's no longer standing us up. He actually decided to answer the phone this time. Shout out to the one and only, my locker mate, former Pittsburgh Steeler, former West Virginia Mountaineer. I can't even shout out Almost Home because you had us sad up here. I thought you really was like, I ain't talking to them today. Ladies and gentlemen, Terence Garvin's on the phone with us right now. What's going on over there, man? Huh?
Man.
You got us over here looking bad in front of company, man. We was over here. Talking you up. We got all these people on the show. They like, yeah. And they like, yeah, I told you he won't go pick up. He don't rock with you like that. They was like, y'all was. He said y'all was locker mates. They always said past tense.
Mm-hmm. You'll forever be the locker mate I ever had.
All right. Now you're talking to me. Now it's all good.
Locker mate I ever had.
Well, you already know you was there for the mud with me too, baby. So shout out, feelings mutual. Let's get it. Absolutely. But speaking of locker mate, we've seen a lot of people come and go out that locker, and they continued on with that trend yesterday. So how were you feeling?
Hold on real quick.
What talk to me.
Do you remember the time they came to my locker?
Oh, 100%. Like, the pump fake. 100%. Deke, have you heard the story?
True story, bro.
No, I think we need to hear it.
Okay.
They came to my locker. Mm-hmm. They were like, hey, they tapped me. They was like, yo, get your playbook. Coach needs to see you.
The Grim Reaper.
I'm mad. I'm in there. I'll start, man.
We all shocked.
When is this?
You already know.
This is like
people looking at me crazy. Okay. Like,
he's standing in the group
middle
with
of the
us.
Week.
We all just looking like, what's happening here? We was all like,
what did I do?
He walked off. Bro, it was like watching your mans pass away. Like, we was hurt. Like, bro, what? Like, dumbfounded.
Like 2 seconds later, he's like, oh, my bad. Wrong guy.
No. It wasn't no 2 seconds. You walked off. Y'all walked away. He was out the locker room, Deke. He was out the locker room. We was like, bruh. Yeah. We all looking like, whoa, this don't make any sense. And then he came back, and it was like seeing your mans come back from the dead. We was like, oh, he's back. Yeah, we was trying to figure it all out. So yes, I very much remember that. That was, bro. I've never seen that until that happened with you, man. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Like false alarm.
Yeah.
This is what it's like, though. False alarm.
No,
though.
facts, man. So,
oh man.
So seeing my man Claypool got moved on. Deke was swearing by him, man, and unfortunately got second round draft pick, man. But what was your feelings, man, when you saw that move happen, baby?
I thought it was a great move. I thought they won the trade. I don't understand the problem. I'm like, hold on, you got a second for that? You won the trade. I think they had to come off of something nice. I heard Green Bay was like really hard in the runnings for that. So they had to come. Yeah, they had to come up off of something.
Right, they offered a second round too, but the Steelers thought the Bears were going to have the higher pick at the end of the day because they were going to finish with the worst record. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what happened?
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Bro, they got him for a second. They got a second out of that. That's not bad.
No, that's and like you said, Chicago's second, man. That's gonna be a good second round pick as well.
That'll be a decent little second. That's not bad. You got something for that. You can keep building. You know who needed to hit that block, but that's a whole other talk.
Dude, you weren't getting a first rounder for him.
That block.
What was you gonna get for him again?
Yeah, you got to get a first and a third. Let it go.
It would have been like a fourth rounder, I think.
Bro, you won't go get no for that. You won't get no first. Buffalo went to Naheem. You saw what they wanted. They said, "Yo, I need athlete. I need space. I need run after catch. I need this."
The people don't know yet what it is.
Yes, they do. They know it ain't that.
They don't know. They don't know what it is.
It is not that. It ain't that.
It might be that.
TG,
you don't know.
You know it ain't that.
Should have sold it.
You know it ain't that.
I would have traded it. I'd have been like, hey.
You know it ain't that. You know
they don't know it's not that.
Oh man, you ain't swindling them.
They don't know it's not that. Before they find out, you gotta ship it.
You funny, bro. No,
for
man.
the free agent this summer. If you need a running back this summer, they all coming out.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, there's a bunch of big name guys.
It's like 20 big names coming out. I would have shipped it and I would have waited on the summer. I'd have got me a first. I just don't see a team giving that up for him, knowing that, like you just said, on top of that, you just said there's more running backs coming out next year. So why would they give up draft picks like that for Najee? I think it would have been a fourth round pick. You gotta sell it. You gotta sell it
240,
4-4. You gotta sell that.
It sounds good. And hopefully we would have found someone. I just don't know who we would have found. That's all I'm saying. Now, we did stay in action though. We did bring up another dude though, little DB, Action William Jackson III.
Right?
How you feeling about him? You love you some corners. You love some tall corners. Now how you feel? Did you like this one? Hello,
TG, you there?
Oh Lord, he gonna do it a phone thing. T. Oh, he back now.
Yeah, you can hear me.
I can hear you now. I
think that was a good. I think it was a good move. They liked him before he came out, if I remember right. They had a little crush on him before, you know.
That was the Artie Barnes joint. So since he takes him one pick before, and then that's we end up getting Artie instead. Yep.
So I think that was just maybe this is the guy we thought he was for a long time type, you know. I'm interested to see what that is. They need a corner. You watched the game last week.
Yo, chill. Yo, why you gotta say it like
what you mean?
Come on. You ain't gotta chill. Actually, now
I wasn't taking no shots at nobody. Man, that man started pointing at people. Man, what?
Yeah.
That's not the steal away. That's supposed
the
to be
one
a
where
fight.
you take the punt.
You know the steal away. We got to fight at that point.
Hey, 100%. I gotta have you, bro.
I was looking for a fight.
Ain't no way you point. You can't do this, bro. You can't be pointing like this, bro. Oh,
you straight.
Why you had to do that, T? God
damn, you gonna do this in front of people?
I wasn't trying to laugh, but man, you right in front of company. All these folk out here, you gonna be pointing at me like that? Come on, bro.
That man pointed at people like,
and they had company when they pointed. You right.
You feel me?
You right.
So.
So the move makes sense because of that right there. At least at a bare minimum.
I think it was that we had to do something type move. You know?
You think he's starting right off the bat?
Because that's some of the reports right now. Are they saying because of the relationship that he has with obviously Terrell Lawson when they were in Cincinnati together? That
he starts off back. Wow. Yeah, he's gonna start.
So
I don't think nobody's safe in there.
Okay, so talk to me then. Ahkello Witherspoon, how do you see this playing out for him, man? Is he getting a helmet going forward? Because Cam Sutton, he's been one of their most consistent, stable guys out there. Absolutely. Sutton been doing his thing. Levi Wallace, James Pierre, how you feeling about them? Because I'm like, James Pierre was the guy that they benched Ahkello for. You know?
Who's the teamer? Is Moeller the teamer? 35's the teamer?
Yeah. So he's the nickel / teams dude. Think of him, like how we used Mike Hilton. He's like that type of dude.
Yeah, so he's there. I think they're all
he's in.
Why would somebody not get a helmet? Because he comes in. That doesn't change nobody's helmet. You might see that come out of another room.
No, because beforehand, when was it? Early in the season? I'm trying to think. Who was the guy that wasn't getting a helmet when everybody was out there? Was that Pierre?
I thought it was more our receivers like Gunner and Sims.
You might be right, yeah.
So now that we don't have Claypool, maybe TG's right.
Yeah,
it might just be a clean swap then.
I think you'll see the helmet come off of like a DB, or you might see the helmet come off of one of the running backs. You'll see it come off of somebody else. I think he likes. I didn't mean to say DB. Excuse me. I meant to say wide receiver.
Yeah,
but I think he likes to have a lot of DBs active. He likes to have a lot of.
Well, he want to do all the dimes and nickels. He want all that exotic stuff. He can't help himself.
Yeah. So, I think you'll see the helmet still on them boys.
Now,
you know how that goes. No. Talk to me.
All right. Now, we also saw where Coach Tomlin was asked about some of the coordinator situations and if he would be making changes, and he was definitive in terms of saying no. He's good on it. He's stuck with that. How you feel about that? No, after the fact. How you feel about that now that it's been confirmed, now that we've seen what it's been looking like, and also just some of the stuff that's been going on around the league with other coordinators getting fired this week?
I seen some boys got fired.
Man, they ain't spared no expense, man.
My guy Aubrey Pleasant. Shout out Aubrey Pleasant. I seen him get the axe, but I don't think you'll see nobody changes in the coordinator room. I think you got to understand this is a young unit on both sides. They're going to let this thing grow a little bit. But I don't see no changes coming in terms of the coordinator room in the season. I think you'll see that after the season.
Any predictions for the second half?
About to say, are you team draft pick?
I think they get hot. I told you.
Okay.
After the bye week, they catch a little flame.
Okay.
After the bye week, they catch a little flame. That's my pick. I said that from jump. You can go check old episodes. After the bye week, they catch a little flame.
That boy always say, you can check the tape, man. Check the tape. That tape don't lie.
Check the tape.
That's
eye in the sky.
You see? That's that football talk. We always check the tape. The tape ain't gonna lie. I don't care what you say. What the tape say?
What does the tape say? That's who you are.
We thinking 10-7, 9-8.
What type of run we going on, man?
Little playoffs action?
Come
on.
Come on now.
That boy said, hey, look, we're going to the run, but not that type
I didn't say that.
I
didn't say that.
Yo, you funny.
I didn't say that.
I ain't going that far with this thing, man.
But definitely a nice little run. Make things better. Momentum going into the offseason. They're not going to get a top 5 draft pick. I'll say that.
That's good to hear, then.
You with me? They won't have a top 5.
Now, do you like that? But do you like that approach, though? Because obviously with fans, based on how the moves were being had and stuff like that yesterday, part of them are on this kick of, man, we're getting draft picks. We're looking forward to the future. Man, I can't wait to pick in the top 5. Versus, hey, man, let's try to finish this thing out the best we can go and see, what this season can actually turn into.
They'll finish the year strong. They'll pick in the top 10. They'll go get a lineman. They'll rebuild that line from the draft.
Okay.
They'll rebuild that line from the draft. They got their quarterback. They got their big play receiver. You can see the ingredients. They got their big play receiver. They got their quarterback. They got speed in there for the future.
Mm-hmm.
They got their running back, their big back. They need a line.
Okay.
They need a line. Okay. He concentrated on defense all last year. I think that's pretty stable for the next few years.
And TJ should be coming back.
Yeah, he even got linebackers behind. That's all right.
Yeah,
I told you I like the one boy.
Oh, Robinson, absolutely. No, he's straight. Yeah,
I like
he's straight.
Robinson. That's the tone setter. I think that's the future. Mm-hmm. He's letting that grow in there. It's probably getting better every day.
And he getting tackles on special teams when he get a helmet.
Yeah, he's doing what he's supposed to do.
He's been doing what he's supposed to do. Absolutely.
I like Miles. I think Miles is doing what he's supposed to do. He has a future. He's got Minka in there holding it down. He didn't have a bad game. He didn't have the greatest game, but Minka's solid.
Yeah.
That's solid. That's a staple. You feel me?
That's why we was all shocked. That's why we was all couldn't believe it. We talking about the point and all the celebrating that was going on, man. I ain't like you being at the center of attention. That was too much. Man, I ain't like that right there.
Out there in Philly, they bully the bullies. But, that's a whole different convo.
Talk about it.
They bully the bullies out there in Philly. It's different.
It was a little different.
It's different. Shout out Brandon Hunt, man. I know.
Lord,
you already know.
Here you
Shout
go.
out Brandon Hunt. That's a piece that people forget. That was a big piece.
And I know that's your guy. So
TJ, did you like the Hargrave post?
Shout out B Hunt. That was a big
TJ, did you like the Hargrave post?
Hargrave got a shot.
So what Deke just asked, he said, did you like the picture? So
the Hargrave
that was a whole
Instagram
thing. So Hargrave, he gets the sack on Kenny. He goes to Instagram. He posts a picture of him sacking Kenny, and he puts up there for the caption, "They ain't believe in me. God did." A lot of dudes liked it. I being one of them. Deontay Johnson, plenty of guys liked it. But then that became this whole ordeal. Oh man, what is this, man? They trying to send a message that they don't rock with Kenny, that they think that he's the bag, and it's like, bro, So did you get that impression? And did you like any of his pictures and stuff like that? I'm just asking for a friend because I definitely liked it. I didn't comment, but I liked it.
I didn't like the picture. I didn't happen to see it.
Okay,
but that's a soldier moment. That's a player's moment. That's not about. Okay. You know how it is. That's a
respect thing, right? Like, bro, if you my mans and I see you get a play on my man, but you post a pic, I want to see you eat. I want to see you ball out. Absolutely.
We all want to see each other eat in a sense of like, get your money, man. Do what you're supposed to do. Play well, but not play well against us. You know how it go,
But if you do, I'm still gonna like your pick. Like, that's my man's. You know what I'm saying? That's my
and then they the same draft class. They came in together, right?
Yeah, it's wild, bro. Come on, man.
Come on.
Yeah, man.
That's like you being my locker mate, like in the Buffalo.
Come on, bro.
Stuff, like, you know what I mean?
You think we don't like red? I like dirty red pitches. Like, bro,
yeah,
it's cool, bro. It's not
like dirty red.
Yeah.
When I left, y'all still like my pictures?
Still watching the Redskin pictures. This stank uniform, but I like the number though. Bam. You know what I mean?
I hop out in pregame when I was on the away team.
Facts. You know, hey man, I'm with you. Now the chat did want to ask you though, because we know that you a big supporter of a running back formerly of this parish, and he happened to step into that ring this weekend as well.
Who?
L. Bell.
Oh, my dog.
Yeah. How'd you feel about it, man? Obviously, you know.
I thought they cheated him on the cards, man. I thought he won. I thought they cheated him on the cards, man. You remember Adrian Bronner? It's clear I won that fight.
Okay.
Everybody know when I won that fight. You remember Adrian Bronner told us that? I felt like that today. Everybody know I won that fight.
Hey, son. Okay.
I won that fight and everybody know it. You remember he said that?
I remember he said that's the can man. Do you ain't get a chance to the L. Bell fight? So L. Bell fought Uriah Hall. He's a UFC that's a dude. Like one of the dudes. Like when you talk about UFC, like he's in there. You know what I mean?
L. Bell wasn't ready.
No, L. Bell. They went to the bell. They went the distance. L. Bell was holding his own.
He left with a little stinger on his eye.
He was lumped up though. He was. I felt some type of way seeing L. Bell with the shiner on his eye. I was like, bruh,
I thought the
I don't
shiner
like
bothered
that.
me too.
It really bothered me. I wasn't ready for that. Like
the shiner bothered me too.
I'm used to like I don't know these people when I watch them fight. Knowing a dude out there, I'm like, bro, I ain't like that.
Yeah,
I ain't like that at all, bro. Yeah.
I ain't like that neither.
Yeah.
You know how it goes.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one feel some type of way. I'm glad I was like, yeah, we need to pull up. Like, hey.
Yeah, I was ready
my man's like that, bro. Yeah.
I was ready to jump him too. I was with you.
Facts, bro. Facts.
I was ready to jump him too. You jump my man.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, hey, I don't like this. Yeah. All right.
I was with you.
All right, so I'm trying to... Jesus. All right. So we're good right there. We're good. I guess I do have to ask you. Last question on my end. West Virginia, who y'all got this weekend? And are y'all going to win?
We got Iowa State. I'm on to next year. We're on to next year. You know, we're on to next year. We've moved on
to next year.
We're just gonna keep on getting better, and we'll do this thing next year. We'll do this thing in 23.
This cannot be the same TG I talked to going into the backyard brawl where I was hearing all of this big talk, natty talk, all this rank talk, and all this we got this talk. And you said you're going to next year.
We're on to next year. We're on to the future. Wow. You know, I don't know if we're gonna go bowling this year. I don't think Pitt will either. But we're on the next year. We're on the next year.
So he would go leave without taking that shot, though. I see you.
Hey, we're 9-4.
On the next year. On the next shit.
All right.
We're just going to finish up what we started, and we'll do this later.
Respect.
One more good time.
Respect.
One more good time.
You got anything you would?
I'm good.
All right. Well, my dog, you already know, man. Always appreciate you, baby. Stay safe out there too, man. All right.
All right. I appreciate you, bro. You know, I was out here. I found myself recruiting, man. Hey, everybody listening, if you got a dog, I need a dog.
You heard him. You heard him.
Know.
Hey, Coach Garvin to get him right. He teach him how to hunt. Coach Garvin to teach him how to hunt. Let's get it, man.
Hunt.
My dog. Appreciate you again, bro.
All right, bro.
Peace.
All right, peace, bro.
Shout out to Terence Garvin right there, man. My former locker mate. Still us. Alum, West Virginia Mountaineer. Yeah, man, I'm glad to hear that he felt some type of way about that shiner, bro. I don't know why it bothered me, but it really bothered me, man. When I saw it, I was like, yo, it's L Bell. L Bell don't get punched in no face and get no lump on his eye. What? Yeah, bro.
Missed it. Didn't even know what was going on, to be honest.
Because Jake Paul was fighting Anderson Silva.
How'd that go?
I thought
this
Anderson
happened
won.
On the whole same card?
Yeah,
What was it, Saturday?
He was an undercard, yeah. I personally thought that Silva won the fight, but Paul got the decision somehow, some way. But they also said people felt like it was rigged. And I could understand that as well, because there were some times where you're looking at Silva and it's like,
you know what?
bro,
I did see
Anderson
one video.
Could have like,
Paul with a little jab and Silva went down.
Yeah, it looked that part. It was like, all right. And you look at how smooth Silva was and how he could play with him at times. I'm like, I don't know. But because it was on in the area that I was in, and I won't say how it got on, but because of my non-financial commitment, Deke, I was able to really enjoy it without really having to look into it like that. I think if my compensation would have been more involved,
sure,
I think then I would have probably been like, yo, man, this is, but when it's just kind of there, you just kind of live with it.
I'm seeing some stuff in here. I know we were talking about Witherspoon, who gets a helmet and everything with the defensive back group.
Yeah.
Casey?
Is he coming back?
Is he getting a helmet? I'm seeing some stuff in the chat.
Because he's another name, yeah.
Casey should be back.
We haven't talked about him. He's been one of those ones, though, when you're saying potential dress or not, because you still have Norwood, who's been dressing as well.
Let me just type him in and see if we got some new information, because I've been waiting a while for him to come back. Nothing new. Nothing. I don't know when we're going to see him.
Yeah. Because it wasn't even supposed to last this long.
Right.
So that's the part.
I thought he was going to be back after like week 6.
Yeah, so we're all just kind of like trying to see what's going on, man.
All right, back to the Supers?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
What else do we have to do here for the show?
We're going to stack paper, and then we will open up the phone lines to get the fans' reaction to some of, to just the trade
Claypool
stuff like that.
And
yeah, Claypool and Jackson. Yeah,
Okay.
That's how we'll end it. So, once we get through these Supers, stack paper don't take long at all.
Okay.
That's just you losing and me winning.
No.
That was straight this week, man.
Last week,
this week, bro.
4-3.
Yeah.
I added up the records. I don't know if I wrote it down in my notes, but
I still got the old
I'm close
picture.
to 20.
20
I got
wins?
19 wins. I think I'm like 19 and 34.
Actually, let me
or
see
like
where
19 and 33.
I think I got the last one. Yeah, so going into last week, you were 15 and 31.
So
you got 4 wins.
4 and 3.
So yeah, you got 19
34.
Yeah, 19 and 34. I'm 34 and 19.
All right, I'll take it.
That's pretty good though, man. That's a good week by you, bro.
Where I'm at.
That was a good week by you, man. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, dude. Shane Carter Jr. Hey guys, love the show and everything you guys do.
No,
Y'all are the
salute you,
only
man.
thing helping me cope with the season so far. LOL. Also, Deke, you may have been right with 7. What do you mean may have been? I was right. I am right.
Hey, how'd you feel when with his comments too, man? Hey, yo, it's simple. Just
Throw the ball deep
throw the ball
on
deep,
first, second,
man.
and third down.
10 to 12 yards.
I'm sure that's what he wanted to do a lot more last year in the first 3 quarters.
Okay.
He was handcuffed.
Okay, I was just wondering. Yeah.
Let's go, UW. Claypool's size is irrelevant when he refuses to use it. Case in point, losing a contested catch to a 5'9 DB.
Well, that is a part of it. That's part of why he was available. Yeah.
Which one was that? That was this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Against the Jets.
Yeah, that's part of why he's available.
That was Kenny's first pass.
Yeah.
Down the field.
If he's more consistent, then you're not worried about it. But the lack of consistency is why you shop a dude or you say, hey, man, yeah, for the right price, I'll listen. Absolutely.
AJ Martinez, yo, chat. You all are pulling on my heartstrings. A little waterworks over here. God bless y'all. Much love and respect.
For the condolences for his father. Yeah, stepfather.
That must be what he's talking about.
Now, the chat, man, I will say this, man. Salute all of y'all, man. Because anytime, somebody's dealing with something in the chat, man, or we talk about it up here, man, I always see in the chat them prayer hands thinking of the person, man. Just lets me know that y'all actually are good people. So keep being good people out there. And even if you don't think you're a good person, keep doing good activities. And eventually you'll become a good person. At least that's how I think of it. I'm like, am I really a good person or do I just keep doing good stuff?
Just by osmosis.
Yeah, it's like if I just keep doing good stuff, eventually I got to be a good person, right? So,
it's almost like going to the gym.
It's got to count
You're
for
going to have to start working out, right? What else are you going to do?
Coach Tomlin said the first rule to getting better is showing up. If you don't show up, you can never get better. So if you don't even do a good act, you can't become a good person. If you don't show up to the gym, you can't even work out. So yes, showing up, eventually you will get there. But I do want to shout y'all out for that, man. So keep it up. Keep up the good work.
Traded Great says, AB wide receiver 3.
Man, I almost choked. Don't you do that. Let him stay wherever he is at with all the merchandise he's trying to sell.
I might have to hang up my AB jersey, to be honest.
What, you copping some of his new merch?
No.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I was nervous.
Oh, did you hear his interview?
Yeah.
That was terrible. It made him look way worse.
Way worse, bro. Way worse, bro. Parody. It's a parody. What?
Yeah, because he's like, I don't even know her or anything. It's like, dude, why are you doing this then? It's like, come on.
He's like, well, everybody did it to me when I was. It's like, no. You brought this on yourself. Don't you do this. Don't you? He said, it was funny when it was ha about me. Look at my feet. Like, no. You were doing the same stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with that. And what you doing right there?
Tom Brady never said a bad thing to you.
What? He opened his doors to you and did. Everybody do it to me. Why can't I do it to him? What? Like, bro, the disconnect. Oh, my God. Yes, bro. Yes. So, no, way over there, bro. Way over there.
Let's go, UW. Some rumors going around about the Steelers giving Kenny the Cordell Stewart treatment and take a high QB if Kenny doesn't develop well this year. Fake news. Get out of here with that. I don't know the whole Cordell story, though. What was happening there? That had to have been later in his tenure.
No,
we never replaced him with a high quarterback. It was Tommy Maddox.
No, I thought that going into, I think it was his second or third year, he was supposed to get a chance to start at quarterback, and they drafted somebody, and I think he just ended up getting beat out for it. I thought that was what it was.
Who, Cordell?
Yeah, because I forgot who it was. It
was Maddox.
It might have been.
And Maddox, he just came off the streets. Right. He was in like the XFL.
So there might have been him then. Yeah, because I remember something like that when I was like prepping for the interview with him. But yeah, it was definitely something along that where it's like he was supposed to get an opportunity to start. He ends up getting like beat out that offseason, or they end up like going with the other dude and leaving him as like the gadget type of dude. Yeah.
Let's go, UW. That might have been early in his career.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it was Maddox. I think it was like early on.
Because Maddox
was
at
the end part. Yeah.
After Cordell already started for probably like 4 or 5 years.
I feel like this was like right around like after that after the Super Bowl appearance, stuff like
that.
Yeah, it was like around that time.
That makes
frame.
sense then.
Yeah.
Let's go, UW. He says, less of a loser mentality, more of long-term vision.
Tomato. It's all good.
I'm trying to... I get what he's saying, but no, there's a difference. There's a difference.
Yes. And the timing for that right now is not right now.
I just feel like there's a difference between people getting excited about Will Anderson and like praying to God that we can draft him and
yes, that's
versus
different.
Like this was a smart move for long-term vision, but I don't think it takes away from us winning this year now. Too.
Yeah.
I want to still win this year because tanking just for the sake of getting a high draft pick, that's the loser mentality. I don't want to be dealing with that. It's Philadelphia 76ers, trust the process, all that shit. Look where they're at right now. They don't got like a bunch of dudes that know how to win there. That's what we want. We want to win.
Zachary Taylor also said that quarterback was Tom Zach.
Oh, I don't even know. I know who that dude is just by name. He was a first-round pick. I
don't know what draft pick. I don't know. Like, I just knew that.
I know he wasn't good.
I don't know him like that, bro. Yeah. I just remember the dude that was up there and that was like, oh, this was Cordell's opportunity, and that was the dude. Yeah, I remember only because I was prepping for the interview. That's the only reason I remembered it, bro.
Ethan Bull. Thoughts on Jackson's contract he comes with? William Jackson?
Yeah, initially,
I think we're good.
Yeah, initially we didn't like it, but we're in the clear. Somehow, some way, we're only on the hook for $2.7 million, and we got an option to get away from it this offseason. So we essentially have him as a rental for $2.7 million for the rest of the season. If we like it, we can roll with it, restructure it. If we don't like it, we can cut ties with it and move on. So good there. And then in terms of what we had to give up, the conditional was a 7th round.
It was a swap.
Yeah,
we gave up
did
a 6 for
their
their
conditional
7.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, no harm, no foul. I think we're good with that.
Yeah. Ryan Duran just tuned in. Is WJ3 CB1, you think? Apparently.
If he's healthy. I do think that because he gives you everything that Sutton gives you, but with prototypical cornerback 1 size, outside corner size, he would be, but it really depends on if he's healthy or not. And at this stage in his career, it shows when he is healthy, he plays really well. When he is not healthy or he's, not doing what he's supposed to do, does not play as well.
Will Harmon. Will Jackson and Casey coming back is going to allow us to do more in coverage. And then obviously TJ coming back will also help with the secondary. Season is far from over.
Yeah, and honestly, outside of Akello getting beat on those deep balls and obviously the A.J. Brown catching it on Edmonds and Minka, defensively, coverage-wise, we did do some good things. We even were confusing Jalen Hurts at times, switching from man-to-man to zone concepts. Jalen, at times, I don't think he was reading the field as well, but their system does allow him to have some easier throws and stuff like that. But as a whole, man, I like where we're at coverage-wise and stuff like that. And even our pass rush was a lot better this game, man. Like, defensively, we're in a good spot. Like, in terms of guys coming back, getting healthy.
Coming back.
Yeah, like, Akello, we haven't seen that version of Akello for us. Like, this is new. Like, these past couple of games, man, that's not the version that we paid $4 million to. That's not the version that was here last season, man.
That's what the people over at San Fran was warning us about, though.
Yeah, that's different, And that changes a lot.
You can't really take their advice or anything when Akello's coming in here and being lights out. So it's like, oh, no, that's in the past.
But, yeah, it's different right now, man. I don't know why. And, obviously, he was on the show with us, too, man. But it's the show got him paid. No, I didn't get him paid, but he did ball out, though. But I don't know what's going on with him now, bro.
Noah Kublak. Omar Khan wanted by the police for robbing the Bears.
Hey, it's a stick up, bruh. Straight up.
Sean McCartney. Time to trade Deontay Dropson rather than have kept Claypool. Now we have more holes to fill next offseason. Now Kenny only has Pickens and Pat. What do you mean? We got Deontay next year. Offense isn't one of, in terms of offensive weapons, maybe we could draft another dude in the 3rd round, but we're also going to get Calvin Austin back, and who knows what happens between Sims, Olszewski, or Boykin. Maybe one of those guys step up.
Absolutely.
Right now, obviously, I'm not trying to think about draft, but I'm just thinking left tackle and lockdown corner. Those are my 2 things.
I would agree. And I think we're still good, though. Even, like I said, right now, man, it's more so just continuing to keep progressing, which they are, but they got to keep going.
Dondre Izzo. I think DJ will eventually become the 3. 1 the offense. Wait, what? 3-1 the offense like Tyler Boyd eventually came. Oh. Like if we draft another like dope receiver or something.
Oh, when guys start to develop? Yeah, if they develop into that, that's a great problem to have.
Because Boyd started off as
their only guy.
I think it was the one,
AJ
right?
Green. Well, it was AJ Green.
Okay,
and AJ was getting hurt, and that's why they brought in Tyler. And then from there it was T, and then from T, Jamar. So, it could, and if that's the case, great. But right now, Deontay's still a major part of this offense, and just based on targets alone, he is still wide receiver 1. He's still the guy that gets the targets because he gets open. Kenny does like to go to George, though. I think that's how you put it. George is Kenny's favorite receiver, but Deontay is the one that he gets, just more targets to, so to speak. I think that's how you put it.
It's been evening out, though, huh? Starting to a little bit.
It has, but I don't necessarily like it all the way. Because some of them is like, all right, are you forcing this, or is it like you're legit reading it? That's the question, bro.
Legit, though, Pickens should have came down with all 3 or 4 of those passes.
And 3 or 4 of them should have been over the top and that back shoulder as well. And that's what people are questioning, is it an arm strength thing with Kenny at times? Because a lot of his throws are all back shoulder downfield. And it's like, initially, they were dope. And I'm like, all right, are you reading it? Now I'm like, are you just throwing it back shoulder every time? Because even Deontay had his guy stacked, and he still went back shoulder. And that's the part where I'm like, he's young, so I think that...
No, because he was overthrowing some dudes on those verts as well.
I'm cool. I'm just saying, I'm hoping that that's something when he watches it on tape and self-scout, just to understand, hey, every throw that's out there is not going to be back shoulder. Like, you do have to, like, read that dude at times. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And that's the part where I'm just trying to see, like, is it because it was just this game that he was just, all right, I'm back, shoulder, or is it something that, all right, reading wise, he's gonna have to improve upon. You know what I mean? So, but that's just what the tape was showing.
You got that hope though. You got that optimism.
Well, yeah, because when I watch him on tape, he'll miss a throw or miss a read versus zone versus man, but then he'll come back and make that same throw and make that same read. That's why I keep saying rookie, he's not capable. This is just rookie. Rookies do this. Rookies are inconsistent. But the good is I can still point to plays that he's making in the game where it's like, no, this is still a good play. This is still high caliber. It's still NFL caliber right here. And you can still point and say, all right, well, he missed one. He missed that one. He should have went over here. He should have that. It's like, all right, cool. I get it. But that's a part of young players. And that's why it's like, you just got to get more reps. It's not always going to be pretty. He's going to have some games where, it's going to click and it's going to look amazing. And there's not some where he's missing. But he's got to stick with it. And I'm hoping that for the coaching staff that they will keep having patience, because I don't want you to, like, do any other back and forth. I think back and forth at any point in time hurts him more than it helps him, regardless of how good it might get or how bad it might get at times. I just think for him, he just has to keep seeing it. Like, that's a legit thing. And that quarter acquisition, man, how fast that thing is going, like, that's a lot on his plate, man.
Sean McCartney.
Yeah.
If we were winning, no one would care about TikTok.
No, facts. Absolutely. Yeah. When you lose, man, that's what happens, bro.
Fish Momentum just got off work, y'all. Can't wait for the Saints.
Shout out to Official Momentum, baby. He in the house. Hey, I was thinking about you earlier today, too, man. So I got some people over there working on the house doing some painting and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I had the music bumping. Pretty Ricky came on.
Uh-oh.
Of all people. I looked at the wife yesterday. Hey, babe. Ambition the kid. He might be at Rivers. He might be at, what's the other one? Oh, man.
Craft House.
Craft House. I was like, he going to be at Rivers. He be at Craft House. All right, you know Ambition the kid. He writing in this group. Pretty Ricky. That one. Ambition
Date
the kid.
night for you and wifey, maybe.
Nah, I was just saying.
She wasn't about it.
She was like, oh. And we, it was kind of dope because it was like, it was on. But he reminded me. So that's why I gave it a shout out. And I remember the Official Momentum. So shout out to Official Momentum, because every time I hear Pretty Ricky now, I'm forever going to think of Official Momentum and Ambition the Kid. All right? It is always Rivers. So shout out to the Hobie.
828 style. Akello should star in that horror movie, Don't Look Back.
No, don't you do
because
that.
he never looks for the ball on defense.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't
Just
you
turn
do
around
that.
sometime. May not get burned.
No, that would help him. William Jackson, that's one of the things that he does do a little bit better in terms of understanding catch point, understanding getting his head around. It does help him out. Akello, yeah, like I said, I just don't know what. I'm hoping that it was just rust. Missing time, coming back, rust. That's what I'm hoping.
Here's 828 style again with another Akello comparison. He says his new name is Lot. He's not going to turn into a pillar of salt for nobody. He'd be like, don't look back. Don't look back.
That's the biblical reference for y'all that don't know. Little Sodom and Gomorrah right there, man. Tells my man, yo, don't look back. My man don't look back. His little wifey thing, he wanted to take a little peeky peek, and did not end so well for her. For those that don't know, go ahead and read the Bible. You'll find out what we're referring to. But yes. That I like that one right there. Shout out to 828 style for that. The creativity.
Solo one. Moats, let's see the stats on Juju and Claypool at the end of the season, and let's revisit whether either were used correctly in Canada and Randy's schemes. Remember, Juju got hurt running jet sweep. Nah, was it? I thought it was a short pass by Ben.
Yeah. So are we not counting what Juju did his first 2 years either? We don't count any. I'm just saying any of the years where Juju was like, when we were starting to ask
what was
ourselves,
Juju's? 2017 was Haley still, right? 2018 was Finkner when he had like 1,400 yards.
Yeah.
And then he had like 900 or so. No, he was bad with
He
Mason
was bad
and
that
Duck.
first year, yeah, with Mason and Duck, and then he got hurt the next year.
He got like 900 yards with Ben in 2020. A lot of them were dinking
When did he get hurt?
dunks.
It was
He
21
almost had like 100 receptions.
21 was when he got hurt. 21 was when he hurt the shoulder and he came back.
Right. So we didn't really get a full sample size of him in 21. He just came back for the Chiefs playoff game.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. We shall see.
All right. We got. Well, wait, am I missing something? Yeah. 21. Because
that was when he got hurt.
Exactly.
For Juju.
Yeah, in the Broncos game.
Yeah,
and
he played
missed.
here for what? Five years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
Four,
was
and then
last
he came
year.
back on the 1 year.
Right.
Yeah.
That was last year. He came in the Chiefs game.
Mm-hmm. So he had the one season last year where he got hurt. The year before that, he was straight. The year before that was when Ben got hurt. Then he had the two. Am I missing?
2020 is when he had like 900 yards. This was Claypool's rookie year. He had like 100 receptions. A lot of like
right.
dick and dunks.
Right. So yeah, well, I'm trying. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. So he says he's gonna be more productive in Kansas City this season than he was in any of those. Is that how we taking it, or that's what I'm trying to see? In terms of being used correctly.
Yeah, Claypool's going to be interesting to me because Fields still needs to develop more.
I would agree.
I could see Claypool's stats actually going down. I'm not even going to front.
I think it's going to be, yeah. But we'll see.
It could be an either-or thing. I don't know. It'll be interesting, just to say the least.
Man.
I don't really have an answer for that.
I hope they both go and
I could see Claypool getting
Yeah.
featured more, but I don't know if he could be getting the ball more, but I don't know. Is Fields and the Bears offense that conducive to a Claypool? Getting him open like that? Because we see some of the contested stuff, and they're probably going to utilize Claypool on the outside, and Claypool could be 50-50 on that. Now he might just go out and ball out. He might be more, like I said, more of a Midwest guy.
Yeah, he could be, man.
The wind could help, but who knows?
The wind can help him.
Okay.
But no, I do hope that both of those dudes do ball out, though, man. I want them to, man. But, yeah, I don't think that they were utilizing correctly. I don't agree with that. That's all.
828 style. Praying for you and your daughter, Trina.
Nah, facts, man. Facts.
100%.
That's crazy still, man.
828 style. 22 caught that third and second pass and started mimicking Russell Wilson in the airplane aisle.
Mr. High Knee.
I was hoping for Etienne during the draft instead of 22. Yeah, you might be right on that one.
Chill. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. It's too early. You can't crown him off of one. It's a couple games, man. He had a big performance, yes, but it's still a small sample size.
Okay.
I'm consistent with that, man. Small sample size, bro. I like it for that reason, though, because it's a little different when you watch it. You know,
The speed.
That's the element at this level. That I'm more scared of speed than I am of power at this level.
Sean McCartney. D. Dropson likes being with Mac Jones in the offseason rather than being with his team.
Seriously?
Send him to New England. Calvin Austin will be back next year. Was DJ working out with Mac Jones?
No, I think that was when they were talking about the Florida thing when
he wasn't down there with Trubisky.
Yeah, he wasn't. I didn't know he was. I don't
guess
know if he was
Mac
training with
Jones.
Mac Jones, but yeah, that was part of it though.
Fish momentum. Prayers to AJ Martinez and family. Love Moats and Deke.
Facts, man. You know we feel the same, man. Salute you, baby. Holla.
Let's go UW. What's y'all's verdict on PH3 being inconsistent?
You think Presley's been inconsistent this year?
I actually didn't think he had that many bad punts against the Eagles.
Nah, and
he's had some inconsistent moments. He's had some really nice punts though too.
And just because he's not trying to boom every punt, it's a reason. Field position, placement of the ball. Sometimes you don't want him to have a return, but you want to make sure that you at least pin him on that side. Or you want to pin him in a certain area. Yeah, I think he's been fine, honestly, man. Yeah, I think he's been fine.
Better than last year, for sure.
Yes, more consistent than last year too.
Sean McCartney, force the ball to Pickens. Dropson can't be trusted. We got St. Clair. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones Halloween costume. Black glasses, white cane, referee jersey.
Oh, he's supposed to be like a blind ref, I think it was.
Did he do that?
Yeah.
No way.
I swear. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
You might be able to find it on Google. Yeah. Type it in, bro. It was, I definitely, like I saw, yeah. He had a little cane and everything, bro. Mm-hmm.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
Hold on. Jerry Jones Halloween costume. Faces possible fine. I'm seeing headlines.
Oh, what?
Yep.
Whoa, what?
Ah, there it is. Wow, that's
bro,
incredible.
He has glasses on too. Yeah, bro. It's dope, bro.
That's so good.
He's gonna face a what?
That's worth the fine.
Man, that's weak that they find him for that, bro. Y'all gotta chill, man. That wasn't on no Sunday. That was on regular Halloween day, man. I loved it. When I saw it.
That's so good.
Yeah, he killed
King Whopper, I'm sorry. Is it dumb that we didn't activate Calvin Austin? Now that Claypool was traded, he would have been perfect to take Claypool's Wildcat place.
They said he just had surgery on his foot.
Yeah.
So no.
And it looked like or it sounded like a season-ending surgery.
They said it was.
I thought it was a cleanup thing, so I was in the same boat as you. I thought he would have been available in like 2 or 3 weeks.
I thought that as well until they said it was like the season-ending, like the serious kind. I was like, oh, I didn't realize it was that damaged. Yeah, so that's the only thing with that King Whopper.
Stephon Griffin. Should have traded Deontay instead. Also, why not play for the draft? Winning 7 5 to 7 games does nothing for us playoff-wise. Doubt we went out.
That's a great question. My question to you, or my rebuttal, is when you're talking about playing for the draft, right, or not playing for the draft. We traded away Chase Claypool. Why? We drafted him in the second round, right? So why did we trade him away within 3 years? Because it wasn't a surefire thing that just because you draft a guy in the second round, he's going to come in here and be exactly what you want. Artie Burns, we drafted him in the first round. Think about how that worked out. There's no guarantee that you're going to always get a TJ Watt. There's no guarantee there's going to be a Minkah Fitzpatrick. There's no guarantee there's going to be a Devin Bush. So when you're talking about playing for a draft spot here in Pittsburgh, they don't do that because it's too much of a crapshoot. It's literally up in the air with some of these players you're going to get regardless of where you take them at. And that's around the league, man. But when you're playing for wins, number one, you're learning who do you have on your team, who is legit that you can build with, and who's a quitter, who's a guy that you can't trust in the crunch moment, who's a guy that when it gets tough, they're going to put their head down and tuck tails, because those are the guys you do not want. But when you take this approach of playing for the draft, or so to speak, tanking, how do you differentiate the ones that are dogs and the ones that are weak-minded? The ones that when it's fourth quarter, playoffs, gotta have it, the ones that are going to do their part. This is how you evaluate that. But if you, first time you get adversity, you start, let's prepare for the draft, you let all that off the hook. And now you don't realize who you have until it's too late in one of those critical moments. So for me, man, that's why I personally love the fact that in Pittsburgh, they don't play for the draft, because it does make it a lot easier to weed out who's really here and who's not. And then also from a fan perspective, you're able to see who's really committed to this team and who's a little bit, lighter on that side in terms of their commitment, in terms of their belief, because anybody can root when the team is winning. Anybody can support the process when the team is winning. But when you start to lose and you start to have some adversity, you're in a valley. Now you start to see who's really going to be with you, who's really a supporter, and who is, kind of fair weather, so to speak, man. So that's the other reason why I love this process right now, too, man. So we're going to find out a lot about the team, fan base, media. We're going to find out a lot, man. So, let's keep it going, baby.
Almanza Studios. It's my 18th birthday. Go Steelers.
Let's get it. Happy birthday, Almanza Studios. Enjoy yourself. Turn up, gang. Let's go.
828 style. There's no way we will tank, and we just got Brian Flores. Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Yep, there you go. We're not tanking.
The irony of that. How crazy would that be? Would they believe him if he said it again, though? Say we actually did try to tank. And he'd be like, "Yo, man, they was doing that taking stuff in Miami. I left there. And I ain't doing it in Pittsburgh. I'm leaving here, too." You think they believe him, or would it get to that point where it's like, all right, there's 2 spots. I don't believe you?
I don't think they believe him here because we do have a Mike Tomlin.
Right.
And we know his character. He's
right.
not in the tanking business. But also, we didn't trade Cam Hayward and our best one of our other best guys on offense too.
We ain't trading Najee.
It's just Claypool.
We just want to do
just
man.
Claypool, and everyone's saying we won the trade.
Yeah.
And then we got William Jackson. So there's no other evidence.
Flores ain't going for it.
Yeah, Dolphins traded the house that year.
Yeah.
They got rid of so many guys.
And it was clear, too. It was clear what they were doing. Yeah.
John McCartney.
But it did actually, you saw.
I know they finished pretty good.
Yeah, when they showed what they got back, I was like, yo, that was pretty good.
I think they finished their last 8 or 9 games at 500 or a game above 500. Mm-hmm. And that was starting 0-7 or 0-8.
Mm-hmm.
Sean McCartney drops in hate train. Try and prove me wrong, D.
I don't even know.
Who's he talking to?
Your name begins with a D, so I'm going to just assume it's you, bro.
Let's go UW. Off topic here, but man, the audacity of Franco showing up to the Pens game after he tried to run them out of town. Yeah, I didn't know about all this. I guess there is a story back in the day that Franco was trying to... It had something to do with the casino, because the casino helped keep the Penguins here. And he was trying to get in the mix here and screw things up so the Penguins would have to move.
What?
Yeah. I didn't know about all this.
What was he trying to do?
I don't know. Maybe he switched up his mind. Maybe he changed his mind.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, I guess that is ironic.
Yes.
I think. Yeah, see, I didn't watch the game yesterday, but I think he got like a custom jersey and like
so
got
it
a
was
whole
like
like
a
standing
big
ovation.
It was
at
a
the
big
Penguins
deal.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. That would make it a little weird. I can see that. Like, yo, bro, weren't you just the one? Like, don't think we forgot.
Yeah, John Doe saying Franco did business with the ops.
Oh no! What? Wow.
Trina Steele Diva saying this is Franco's season, always forgiven.
Okay, there we go.
Tosikowski, yeah, Franco was a wrench in the Pens thing.
Bro, I'm looking at like
He tried
Jacob,
to kill the Penguins.
Jacob Malicio.
Franco did Pittsburgh
like,
dirty.
Yo, what?
Yeah.
Yo, this is crazy. I had no clue. Yo, they really mad.
I guess I was too young at the time.
Yeah, I had no clue about this. Wow.
Almanza Studios. WJ3 coming in for Levi or Akello. I would guess Akello. If Levi's healthy, because he had the shoulder that kept him out last game. If Levi's good to go, I'm thinking we see WJ3 and Levi on the outside.
Nah.
Week 10. Without Taro Austin's talking at least.
Man, and you know what? Even spinning the block with Akello, no different than we talk about James Pierre. James Pierre started out the season a year ago as a starter. Then he got benched. But then whenever we needed to come back to him, every time we went back to him, he's also played at a high level for us. I'm hoping for Akello, if this is a scenario where he does get benched, that whenever his number is called, that he'll be in that lab working, kind of like we heard what Milet said, right? You don't have to like what you're doing right now, but, you know, make sure you're working while you wait, you know? And hopefully for Akello, whenever that opportunity is, if it's this week, if it's a couple weeks, not, or obviously not this week, but you know what I'm saying? Like whenever that next opportunity is for him to be out there on that field, hopefully he goes out there and produces again, you know, and gets back to the Akello that we know, not the Akello that other organizations might know.
Stephon Griffin. Deontay couldn't catch a cold naked in Alaska.
Jesus. Lord. Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, he's not a Deontay fan.
I kind of got that. I think him and
Although there's a couple people.
It's like him, Jacob. Yeah. I usually like cut Deontay in the parentheses. I'm like, man, I don't feel like that about Deontay. Like inconsistent at times, sure, but bro, did you see the one-hand catch he had last week too? It was like on some random. It was like a 3-yard pass, bro. It was super behind him on a rocket. It was like in the first quarter. Bing! I was like, dang, Deontay, all right.
Why don't I remember this?
Yeah, it wasn't a good pass. That probably is why. It was not a good pass. I was like, God dang. But he snagged it, and it was super chill, and it was like a 3-yard gain. I'm like...
Yeah, why does he catch those?
Yeah. It was like, bruh, like out the frame, behind the back. I'm like, bro, how you catch that one? Yes. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, like we talked about, we see him at times make freaky catches. At times, man, Deontay can be a dang good receiver. But at the other side is like the consistency isn't always there. And then when you times that with the compensation, I get it, man. I get it. But I'm still gonna hold the fort. I'm gonna hold the fort for him. I think he got something in there. I think it's gonna get more consistent. Come on, baby. Don't leave me hanging now. Don't leave me hanging. That's what I'm hoping.
Oh, that's it for the Super Chats.
All right, so now let's get to the stacking your paper portion of this thing.
No
because
Steeler games to pick this week.
Aren't you happy?
What do you mean?
It makes it easier on you.
I always take the Steelers.
I
We never
know.
picked that game for
I know.
the picks.
It makes it easier on both of us then. Yep, that's what I meant to say this whole time. You know that. Jeez, you got to listen, Deke. Hey. Makes it easier on us.
Okay, you ready?
All right. No, I'm not ready, man. Give me a second. I got to pull up the slate so I can look at the games, too. I feel like I pick better when I can look at them versus when I'm just listening to you talk.
Right, because you might be hearing the
Yeah.
numbers wrong or something.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be like, yep, that's what he said. I'm like, this is not processing. I'm not, I don't add up. All right, so now I believe I'm ready. Oh, and for those that don't know why we're doing stack paper today versus tomorrow, because no show tomorrow. It's the bye week. We're going to take our bye-bye. So we're going to make sure that
We're
this.
relaxing, too.
Yeah, man, I think we could take we could take a day, you know. Then after that, we back on regular schedule program. But
I need to watch the tapes, too.
you know what I'm saying? We got to take
I
some
need to
time,
work on my
man.
takes, work on my picks.
I got to work on my delivery. I got to make sure I'm still maintaining peak hateration form. Like, I don't want to be called a supporter of any player. I like
No,
being
you're a
called
Kenny
a hater.
guy now.
I know, so I got to
You're
go back and check
definitely
the
a Kenny
tape. I've linked too far on the Kenny side because at once I was the Kenny hater. I remember distinctly seeing Kenny hater, Moats a hater, Kenny hater. Moats, you ain't even played that long. You definitely a big hater. I love those. Those are my favorite ones. I love them ones. Yo, you want the other like that. You ain't even good like that. I love the ones. But it's like, hater. And now it was, nah, man, you a apologist, man. I knew you only care about Kenny. You wanted Kenny the whole time, man. You don't never talk bad about Kenny. So I'm gonna go check the tape as well. I'm gonna improve myself. Okay. I don't want to. I've been called a Kenny apologist, a Kenny supporter, a Canada supporter. I'm like, nope. I've clearly went too far. So we checking the tape on this bye. So this is the final show for the week. So that's why we're gonna make sure that we tap into all the things we need to tap into, baby. All right.
First game.
So how we feeling,
Thursday.
baby?
What were the records again? I'm 19-34, right?
Correct.
You're 34-19.
Yes.
Houston Texans at home. This is Thursday Night Football. Plus 14 against the Eagles. My God.
Hold on. You said plus 14?
Yeah.
In Houston?
Yeah. You're thinking Houston. You're interested in the points.
I low-key was, but I don't know if I'm going to tap into that. I low-key.
It's a lot of points. And it's a Thursday night game.
It's because it's Thursday in Houston. That's the only reason.
Could get a little grimy.
Plus the travel, yes. But then also I'm like, short week plus the travel, who has the X factor? Philly has the X factors right now. Pass rush travels.
Of just being a better team
absolutely,
as well across the board.
Yeah. I'm not touching that then.
You sure?
Unless you want to take the Texans with the points.
Nah. I would have taken the Eagles if you're going to take Texans.
Yeah. Short week, Thursday. Like I said, it's Thursday. I like the jankiness of it. You're shorter travel day, but unfortunately,
low scoring. Eagles get off to a tough start.
If they would have came out of
it's like a 9-6 halftime score.
Are you ready, Deke? Are you ready?
Texans end up covering.
Ready? Deke. If Philly would have had a super tough game Sunday that went down to the wire, I would. But a lot of their guys set out the fourth quarter. Remember that? They got a chance to rest their guys.
I wish
going
I didn't
into
remember.
the short week. So knowing that they got to rest their guys on Sunday and not even have to play a full 4 quarters, I am not going for that one this week. Nah. Unfortunately, they went in. They ain't gonna cover because they fresh. They feel good. Yeah, they like, man, we're gonna get 2 short weeks. Let's go.
Looks like no London or Europe games this week. Yeah. So we got our first one on Sunday at 1:00. Jets at home, plus 12.5 against the Bills.
Funny thing, man, I got invited to go to Buffalo for this too,
Why'd
man. Do a little watch joint, bro.
This is terrible. I don't want to take this.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. 5-3, 6-1. How you feeling, man?
I hate this one.
Why?
I don't want to take the Jets. This is terrible.
What the points? So you said 16, right?
12.5.
12.5, right?
Plus 12.5. Yeah.
Let's do it, man.
I hate that.
That's 2 touchdowns, bro. You saw how Buffalo played last week. Aaron Rodgers, man, they ain't even cover. It only beat them by, 10? Think about it, man.
Yeah, but
the Jets are further along than the Packers, though, bro.
It wasn't as close as what that score indicated with the Bucks or the Bills Packers. I don't think, at least.
But it's a rivalry. It's the battle for the real New York.
Jets are on. They're starting to become who we thought they were.
They are. Zach Wilson
really
is definitely turning back to who we thought he was. The MILF magic has worn off. He needs a new one.
Like, I'm gonna do it because I've been picking against the Bills every week. So.
Why you do that like you a hater, low key? I ain't like how you just said that. Why you say it like that, bro? I've been picking against the Bills every week. Wow, I have not noticed that. Why are you doing that?
Like I said, I gotta keep that same energy. I guess.
I've been so gung ho about picking the Bills that I have not realized that you have been picking against them every week, Deke. What is going on, yo? Why you got hate in your heart, Deke? Why do you got hate in your heart? You gotta let that out, bro. Oh my God.
I don't.
That boy said,
there's no hate.
I've been picking against Buffalo every week. I might as well keep it consistent. Dang, bro, what they do to you, man?
Yeah, we'll see if the football gods will look out for me.
What have they been doing to you? What have they been doing to you? They've been looking out for you this whole time, man. They've been knocking off AFC opponents for you, man. They've been beating it.
Well, actually, yeah, we do kind of need them to beat the Jets.
Bro. They've been helping out, bro. Come on, man.
We need them to beat the Jets because Jets might be in the wild card.
They've been beating all the teams they supposed to beat for you. And now you going to come over here and act like they ain't do nothing for you, D. Come on, man. Don't act brand new. You know Buffalo been holding it down for y'all. You think Buffalo don't want to win for the Steelers? Buffalo wins for Pittsburgh.
Really?
Yes.
Is that like one of the mottos in the locker room or something? You know, Notre Dame has win like a champion. Do they have win it for Pittsburgh?
They say
win it for the Steel City.
Do it for Moats because they know Moats in Pittsburgh. So it's like, yo, by winning, yes, he's winning, but also he's winning because the Steelers are winning. So it's like, that's why, you know.
Well,
they tapped the sign with 2 hands on the way out. Like,
you bring up a ton of good points because we do want them to beat the Jets for the Steelers' sake.
Come on,
Steelers
man.
Playoff hopes
Let's go,
and everything.
man. Let's go.
But I already said the pick, so I guess I got to stick with it.
Yeah, even though that really rubbed me, man. I don't like how you said that, bro.
What do you mean?
You was just too like. You don't need to be that transparent, D. You don't need to be that candid on the show, okay?
I thought I've said this multiple times.
No, this is
every time the Bills been brought up. I'm keeping that same energy. I'll go with it.
I've always under the impression that you love Buffalo.
No.
Every time we come in, we always talk about Buffalo, Josh Allen. You always got your Bills blue on. I see it on your shorts again. So it's like, man, why we gotta play this game every week, man? Jeez, I'll take the Bills, I guess.
Yeah, I don't want to take the Jets.
All right.
I think this is a terrible pick by me.
It's all right. Just take
But I told you, I guess I have to keep that same energy.
Keep the energy.
I picked against the
Go
Bills
ahead, man. And I will take the Bills just to keep that same energy. Jeez.
Commanders at home, +3.5 against the Vikings.
Oh, you already know who I'm rolling with. Captain Kirk. You can have the points. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't want this.
No, why? You always pick against Captain Kirk, too. Keep that same energy. This is definitely.
No, I've been avoiding some of his games when they're bad matchups like this. This is a terrible matchup.
You don't believe in Captain Kirk. What time is the game?
1 o'clock.
It's a terrible matchup. Then you're right. 1 o'clock
It's
is not
-3.5, and it's back at his old stomping grounds.
You don't want 1
Washington.
o'clock revenge game. You don't want 1 o'clock. And they talking about selling the team or selling the team. Snyder, yeah.
Well, actually, that might be a boost for Washington.
I think it's only 2.5, right?
3.5 +3.5 Washington.
Hold on. 3.5. But
You want them?
But I can't. I always pick with
Vikings
Captain
are just
Kirk.
on a roll right now.
I always take Captain Kirk. You know how I feel. As soon as I saw them trade for Hawkinson, I said, "Yep."
They got the easiest schedule of all time with all these easy matchups.
Now you want to go easy schedule. You want Highland at the beginning of the season. You was on this Green Bay. Don't you do that now? Come on, man. Keep that same energy, Deke. Go ahead and roll with them Commanders from Washington.
Not doing
All
it.
right, Washington. They got Brian Robinson. He been balling. He been looking decent.
No, we're good.
Oh my gosh, come on, man. Scared money don't make money, man.
No.
All right.
Trying to be smart out here.
No, now you want to be smart. That's crazy.
I already have a stupid one with the Jets.
Is this small Deke
+12.5.
energy or is this big Deke energy? That's the question. We've never heard of smart Deke energy. It's big Deke energy, little Deke energy. You big?
It's wise Deke energy.
Oh, wow.
Calculated Deke energy.
This is crazy. Calculated Deke energy. When did this start? I can't believe this, man.
Bears at home, +5 against the Dolphins. Perhaps Claypool's first game.
Give me the Dolphins. Por favor.
I'm with you.
+5? Yeah.
I just don't think the Bears are that good. I don't think the Dolphins are that good either.
And the difference, like the reason why I took Detroit last time, because I knew Detroit could score. I don't think Chicago can score like that. Detroit, man, golf, they scored. They score points. They can't stop nobody, but they can score.
Game.
Yeah. Chicago, they ain't scoring enough, man.
Bengals. Although they did light up the Patriots.
Who?
On Monday night.
Oh, yeah.
They're not as bad as what you'd think of them, just because we've seen them in some primetime moments just be dismal.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm with you. I don't have all the faith in them just yet. Bengals -7.5 against the Panthers. No Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I need another week for Cincy. They still figuring it out right now.
You're passing on them.
I don't like them right now. Yeah, they need to figure it out.
So you want the Panthers +7.5?
I didn't say that. I said I was passing on the situation. I don't
Just
like
in
that
general?
game. I don't like that game at all, bro.
Because the points are...
The 7 is a lot.
Yeah,
that's
it
a
is.
lot. And Cincy is, like I said, they're figuring it out. Jamar fixes a lot. Jamar, when pressure is there, you can just pass it to him, and he answers a lot of problems. That's not an answer that they have available to them right now. I don't like that until they can figure that out.
The Joe Burrow memes without Jamar Chase are great.
Bro, when they show old Macaulay Culkin, I say, y'all are deadly, bro. This is foul. But it's so real. I was looking, I'm like, It's like, yeah, he's just Andy Dalton.
Yeah,
I was
they
like,
look
whoa.
brutal.
I was like, yo, is he really Andy Dalton? Wait a minute now. I don't think he's really Andy Dalton. I do think he's going to be fine. But they got to figure that out. So I'm giving them a couple weeks. Yeah, before I hop back on that.
Falcons +3.5 against the Chargers.
See, I typically would have rolled with the Falcons right here, but you know what happened? They got rid of my dog. Actually, my boy got traded back to Buffalo. He going back home. Dean Marlowe, man, safe for them boys. Former JMU Duke, holla at your boy. You know,
it still could be a good little deal for you right
Chargers,
here.
though.
Take the 3.5.
I'll go Chargers.
Falcons.
I'll go
No, I
Chargers.
want the Chargers too.
I'll go with the Chargers, man.
I think we just got to pass on this one. We only got one pick so far.
We're gonna see what's up, though. We'll see what's up.
It's the Jets-Bills game. Lions at home +4 against the Packers. My God.
Yo, why is that
Fine.
spread?
Fine. I'll do it one more time. I'll do it again. I'll go with Rodgers. Rodgers is right in the ship here.
I hate this one, too.
Rodgers was right in the ship. -4. I'll do it. Whatever.
I hate
Whatever.
this.
I'm going down with this Rodgers ship
here. Oh, my
here.
God.
That's terrible.
I don't like
Go
this.
with the Lions again.
I don't like this, bro, but let's go ahead
I think
and do
you
it,
got
man.
to.
I will go with Detroit solely for the fact that it's Detroit.
You've been talking them up.
I have not been talking them up. No. I've been talking about they can score points. I don't like this matchup at all, though, bro. Because with the Packers, they still happen to have a guy by the name of Aaron Rodgers. And I don't know. I just feel a little bit differently about him versus Detroit than I do against him versus, like, Minnesota. Minnesota? They looking at him like, what's up? Detroit, I'm like, y'all kind of like the Cleveland of that division. I don't know how confident y'all feeling about that man right now. That's all.
All right, we're locked in. Packers, Lions.
But
Packers
I'm gonna roll with the
Lions
Lions, man.
+4.
I got 4. I got 4. All right, let's see, man.
Patriots -5.5 against the Colts. I'll go Patriots.
Yeah, we'll go Patriots too, probably.
Colts are a mess right now.
They literally just they that's So they're gonna have new quarterback and new coordinator this week.
Yeah, they just fired him.
I am all the way good on that one. Yep.
Luckily, we play the Colts in however many weeks.
Yeah, catch them soon.
I'm just looking at some of these teams. I'm like, how do they have so many easy games on their schedule? And we got to go through the so-called gauntlet here. Yeah. I'm telling you, it lightens up in the second half.
It does.
I've been warning everyone out there.
We're to the good portion. Yeah.
Jaguars at home, +1.5 against the Raiders. Oh, this is just terrible. This is just terrible. Raiders coming off of a goose egg last week, right?
Yeah.
It was 24-0. They lost.
I'll go Jacksonville.
Oh, my.
I rode with young ETN. I rode with the young Gunners.
I mean, they've been terrible, too.
They have, but he's hot. And
I'll go Raiders. Lawrence is really bad right now.
No,
he's really bad. Like
ETN,
I said, top 10 quarterback now. He might be bottom 25
I'll roll with ETN solely because he's coming off of, 22 carry, 124, 2 tight. Like, I'll go with him for that part right there, but I don't like this at all.
I'll go Raiders bounce back.
Yeah.
Cardinals at home, -2 against Seahawks.
They wrote me off. I ain't right back though.
Yeah, I'm not going against them now.
Okay,
I'm not.
That's not fair though, because I've been on him.
I went with him last week though,
bro, because I didn't have a choice. You made me pick it, bro. Come on, man. I've been picking with Geno all season before you thought it was cool. Remember, you was on the Russ train. You was Team Russ. I've been Team Geno. I was over here almost home.
Russ
or
got that
almost
dub
heaven. I was almost heaven, man. I was country roading this thing, bro. Let me roll with country roads. You roll with Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's not really about Geno Smith or not. I just don't really want to bet on the Cardinals.
No, it's about
That's really
Geno,
what it is.
bro.
If it was a different team, I'd be fine with
Geno,
it.
bro. It's about Geno. You scared of Geno, huh?
It's a team that
Why
I
you scared of
respect.
Geno? Why you scared of Geno,
No,
bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
So Geno got you shook all of a sudden. You scared of a dub VU guy?
It's not necessarily Geno. He's
So
playing
what is
good.
it then?
He's steady. It's
So
just
what is
more,
it then?
I don't believe in the Cardinals.
So you don't believe in Kyler Murray, but
No.
you believe that
You
Geno is
can.
going to beat Geno? Is
You
that what
can.
you're telling me?
Geno's been really steady this year. He's been
Wow,
really good.
so you're a Geno guy. Okay, that's cool,
Not
bro.
necessarily.
All right, I get it.
Not
I get
necessarily,
it.
but
If you
he's been
like
playing really good.
Geno Smith, you like Geno Smith.
You got to
That's
give the dude
cool.
credit. He's playing really good. I guess you got to give
I
TG credit too. He's been saying
I
Geno
thought
still
you
got
was
it.
really a Pitt dude. I didn't know that, you was low key.
Damn,
a
you're
WU
doing
guy.
this to me.
I'm just saying.
James Conner, is he
Geno-
playing this week too?
Geno,
Damn, you're doing this to me.
Geno played at WVU. That's all I'm saying. You over here beating the table for a WVU guy. I just have never heard TG ever beat the table for
That's
any
tough.
Pitt player,
doing
especially
this to
Kenny
me.
Pickett. When we talking quarterbacks, now that we talking running backs, receivers, linemen, we talking quarterbacks. This is where you plant your flag for your school.
This is the NFL. This is different.
No, this is not. This is just an extension of their collegiate. Think about what they say when they get introduced. Geno Smith, West Virginia University, almost heaven.
I think he said his high school.
But he probably said almost heaven at the end of it. Kenny Pickett
I
says.
just made that up.
Kenny
I don't know what
Pickett
he
says
said.
Pitt. So it's like, man, you siding with a WVU guy? James Conner gonna be out there.
Are we sure he's playing?
Okay. It's cool, man. It's cool.
We sure he's playing?
It's cool. Let me find out you're a fake James Conner fan. Fake Pitt fan.
These are just all lies. This has nothing to do with Pitt.
Fake Narduzzi fan. He said he want Neil Brown in here.
Damn. I was thinking about taking the Cardinals. I was gonna indulge a little bit, but now you've gone too far. Now I don't want anything to do with this game. I was going to be like, all right, if James Conner's playing, let me do it. You went too far now.
He said, I like country roads over sweet Carolina.
Nah, see, you're going too far.
This is crazy, Deke. Why is it going to be like that, bro? You want to support James Conner, man. Support Conner, bro.
It ain't about that.
It's cool, bro. You a W guy. I get it.
It has nothing to do with it.
It's okay.
This is the pros.
This is your chance to prove it.
You went too far. You went too far. Because I was actually I'm like, all right, he's talking this up a little bit. I think this would be fun to do.
This would be fun to do.
I could do a James Conner.
This too much now?
It went too far.
The line is too drawn in the sand now? Okay.
Yeah, it's too far. I just don't want anything to do with this game.
All right. Fair enough, man. And Gino, we trust then. Or Gino for Heisman. How do you say it?
None of that. It's just Cardinals. In Cardinals, I don't trust.
So
that's really what it is.
Gino comeback player of the year? Oh,
actually, he might.
But Brian, the running back.
I think they took him off the books.
I know they took him. You couldn't bet on him, but I don't know if does that mean he still can't win the award though?
I think because he's a rookie.
Good call. So the next year he'll get it. So then Gino,
Brian Robinson will get it next year.
Yeah, he'll get it next year. So then Gino is definitely in the running. Then if Ryan can't win it, then Gino is going to be in the running. Like now, different how Tannehill was. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
Derrick Henry will be in the running. Jonathan Taylor. Trying to think who else.
Taylor. No. He had a really good year.
No. I'm sure. He got no. Who?
I think isn't he banged? He's not having as good of a season this year. I know that.
This year he's banged up right now. Last year he hooped. Yeah, last year he went for like 2,000 or whatever. Still.
Yeah, he benefited from Henry going down.
Correct.
Because it was either him or Cup. I can't even remember who won Offensive Player of the Year, but I know those two were the main guys everyone was talking about.
Yeah.
Buccaneers -3 against the Rams. My God. Why?
It's in Tampa. I'll go with Tampa. I'll go with Brady one more time.
I'll go with Brady.
I'll roll with Brady, man.
But I guess, I'm not going with the Rams.
You've been on the Stafford train, though.
No, I knew when to cut him off, and last week was good timing. That was really good timing. Glad to see it.
For sure.
That wisdom from me worked out.
It actually did.
Bucks. So we ain't doing it. You're not doing Rams +3.
I want to go for Brady because I want to support a fellow player in his time of trouble. He's going through a rough time right now, and I want to stand by him and pick him this week because that's what guys do, especially as married men. I can understand the emotions, so I just want to be a person to support him and pick him. And you like AB better, so that's why you should go with the Rams. You was doing the dance, remember? You just put the You ain't never do Brady dance. That's all I'm saying, man.
Chiefs -12.5 at home against the Titans.
I like it.
What, the -12.5?
Chiefs. Yeah, I like it.
This is a Sunday night game.
I like it. The Titans play good defense too, man. And Vrabel usually matches up well with them too, man.
They have a formula that
they
at least
do.
They could cover.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it though. I'd be really mad at myself.
You so
if I picked the
Why
Titans.
are you living in your fears this time, man?
I wouldn't be as mad if I lose if I picked the Chiefs and they don't cover. I would be mad if I picked the Titans. Way more mad if I picked the Titans and they don't cover. It's one of those things.
Okay.
Because I've never really believed in the Titans. They're just an annoying team. They've always have been. Oh, wait. Is Tannehill back?
I thought it was Malik's, though.
Wow.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me check.
Prime time.
Hold on. Let's check. Do I do diligence?
Wow.
All right.
He didn't have, particularly that good of a game, but I think he only had, 9 passes, right? He had, 9 or 10 passes.
Yeah, let me see.
It wasn't anything crazy, but they ran the ball really good. Nothing.
Not yet.
Either way, I'm passing on this one.
You don't want any, even if it's Malik. What if it's Tannehill?
I think either or.
Yeah, he says I'm trying to get myself ready to go this week, but they still don't know yet.
I'm passing on both.
All right, scare money don't make money. It's okay, man.
Saints at home. This is Monday night game.
Hold on.
You want the Titans? 12's a lot.
I'm just thinking they're gonna.
Titans
slow the
aren't
game
that
down.
bad of a team.
No, they're gonna slow the game down. They're gonna run the ball. I get that. I can't mess with it. I can't mess with it right now.
Come on, dude.
I'm good.
You
bro.
want the Titans?
I don't because what did I say initially? Initially, I was like Chiefs, and my rule is whatever I first say, I gotta stick with, and I definitely was like Chiefs. So it felt right to me. So I can't mess with it.
Saints +2.5 against the Ravens.
Give me
Saints
Baltimore.
at home.
I'll take Baltimore. You like the matchup.
I kind of do. Saints defense is pretty decent.
Yep, and it's in New Orleans prime time.
And we need the Saints to beat the Ravens.
It all makes sense.
So, yeah, I'll go Saints.
There we go.
I'll go Saints.
All right.
I'm good with that.
There we go.
Yeah, they played good last week.
I would agree.
That was against the Raiders, right? That was the blowout.
Yeah.
That was the 24-0
That was your boy Dalton out there, man. Getting active.
I want to double check to make sure that's right. I'm not just spewing out fake information. It was, 24-0. That was Saints. Okay.
Andy Dalton led Saints too. Put some respect on him, man.
I still don't have that respect for him.
Come on,
still
man.
feel like they should go with Winston.
Don't you do that, man.
Something went well for them last week.
Hey, man, when
Dalton.
you start cooking. Just let them cook, baby.
Okay, so what? We got like 5 games there, I think. 5 or 6. Something like that.
Unless you want to come back to that Geno Kyler Murray action. You know, can I interest you in that Kirk Cousins and Washington Commanders action?
No, definitely not.
What about that Brady versus Stafford?
I'll do Brady.
I want Brady. I need to stick with Brady, man. You're not even married, bro. Let us married guys stick together, all right?
No, but I still think Brady has it.
No, you don't.
I do.
You don't believe it?
I think
I
still.
saw you
I think
tweeting
Brady's
about
still a
it.
good quarterback.
You was like,
I did call Brady a bitch.
Yep, I saw what you was tweeting, man. You don't believe in him? I ain't never.
He
seen
was
it.
against us, but I still think he's a good quarterback.
So I ain't never seen D call Brady out like that. Brady.
Yeah, right. Like,
I was like, God damn.
That was
what?
That was just a weird scenario for me.
I was like, yo. He's usually a part of your group of guys that you're like, no, these quarterbacks, you don't talk to these guys like that. Yeah.
Right. Don't disrespect a dude like Brady. That was a lot of disrespect, though. I mean, I posted an AB picture, I think, too, at some point. Yeah.
I say Deke.
A lot of Crown Royal in the system, dude. A lot of Crown Royal. Yeah.
No, it was pretty funny.
I even emphasized it, too. With
yes,
the
that's
spoke
what
of the
I'm
pack.
saying,
I was
bro.
like, Brady's a bitch.
Yes. I was
Trubisky
like, cool.
and Beckett, they're better than Brady.
Tell her how you really feel. Yeah.
Yeah, it was aggressive.
All right.
That's it for our picks.
I like it then. All right. So, tap into these supers, and after that, man, we'll open up these phone lines to end it, man. Get some reactions to the trades. So, yeah, man, I like it.
Good timing. Almanza Studios. Finally a weekend without heart attacks and depression.
This is true.
828 style. Y'all missed my first chat, but it's all good.
His first chat?
Might have.
Let me see. All right, let me go through. Let me check.
I'll read this one. Cameron Schrader.
Yeah.
The Commanders are being investigated by the feds.
I did see that as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Over what? Probably a multitude of things.
Yeah. But whatever it was, is in connection to why Snyder was like,
he just wants to get out
to start selling and stuff. Yeah, because they were saying something going on with him, and then also I think they said they arrested one of the shooters that was a part of the Brian Robinson thing.
Okay.
Yeah, they said apparently like multiple guys, but they got one of them. I think that's what I saw too.
Okay.
All right, hold on, I'm trying to see. Oh, maybe this is what 828 style. So he says, missed the last few pods. Been busy doing cleats for Tampa Bay and Dallas for my cause, my cleats. Shout out. And wow. Houston players for the World Series. Missed you guys. No, salute. Famous. Yeah, I had no clue that you was on that 828 style. Heck yeah. Well, I see the sneaker, I think it's a cleat in your profile pic. It's kind of small on my view. But no, man, salute you on that. And that is dope, man. The my cleats, my cause. For those that don't know, when we talk about the crucial catch stuff like that, man, the next progression for the NFL is they allow players to, have custom stuff on their cleats for a specific charity, something that they hold true to themselves or something that they want to promote. And yeah, we're allowed to have custom cleats out there without getting fined, which is awesome because we like to not get fined. But shout out to 828 Style, man, for that, man. Believe that. Heck yeah.
Well, that was the last super chat.
All right.
Cameron Schrader one I just read about Commanders.
All right. Sweet. So yeah, man, I will go ahead and get us set up for the absolutely, man. Have a little fun with it, man. See how the people feel. I figured since this was the last show of the week, open the phone lines for them, right? Spend a little time.
Absolutely.
Right? We got some time, right? We can at least give them that before we kick back, right?
Yeah, fair trade-off. We gave them a bunch of good content today too. A TG call in, talking trades.
Come on, man.
And then we got phone lines and also our picks.
We also had classic TG too with the janky phone service where it's like, yo, is he here with us? Is he not here with us? Like, that was like an OG feel right there. So salute.
For sure. So it's just Claypool, William Jackson talk.
Yeah, man. How we feeling about it?
What do you feel about that? Yeah, maybe we could say
direction,
right. How you feeling second half?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Because some people are gonna be a little bit more optimistic. Some people not so much. But we're gonna get a chance to hear from each and every one of you guys and gals. Shout out to Crystal. She was the first woman to ever call in live to the Author Most Experience with Deke. So we definitely want to salute her once again.
Let's get some good calls here.
Yeah, man. So let's do this thing, and we'll do it the way that we only know how to. So hit us up. The phone number is 412-346-6955. Let's get it. You know it's about to happen. Here we go.
Hit him with the Jeopardy song or something.
Oh no, it's the delay you gotta wait for, baby. You know that. Yes. Told you. Boom. Talk to me, baby. Who we on the hotline with? Hello.
What's the word?
Nope. Maybe. Yes. No. Oh, all right. Guess they want in
We
there.
got some fact checking here too.
Oh, yes,
Todd
Trina.
Sikorsky. Yeah.
Yes. Good call on that. I totally
He did,
forgot.
yeah.
Absolutely.
He
She
said
was a
Trina
while,
was the
but she
first,
definitely
man.
was. She definitely was. All right. Talk to me. Who we on the hotline with, baby?
This is Deke Xavier. What's going on?
Man, what it
poppin',
do,
bro?
Zeke? How we living?
Pretty good. I've been trying to get on the phone lines the last couple of weeks, man. It's been busy.
Man, it gets nuts out here sometimes. And shout out to you guys. But because of how many of you all are on these lives now, it even gets more complicated on our end, man. But big time salute to you, man. But how you feeling,
Gotta
though?
love it, man.
How-
Just seeing you grow.
No, facts, man, facts. You're a part of it too, baby. But talk to me, man. How were you feeling when you saw Claypool getting traded, and obviously us bringing back or bringing in a William Jackson as well?
I'm more excited on the defense side of the ball because, you know, we do look like we need the help, especially on the DB side, because I was actually looking forward to that on the next draft, wherever we land. You know, hopefully 32, you know, we land at that spot because we won the bowl. But, you know, I'm definitely
That's
glad
the only
that
draft talk I want to hear about.
There it is.
Trying to
You
compete,
heard him.
You know,
Yeah.
we're not giving up.
No, facts. Definitely not giving up, man. Now,
Yeah.
and
then
oh,
Claypool.
Mhm.
Yeah, kind of sad. I'm surprised we got a second for him. I am, but I am a little bit sad. You know, Claypool was one of them ones, homegrown, part of the Steelers. You know, receiver line. Man, it's just tough.
no, facts.
Yeah.
I like it. It definitely was tough, man, but we are still committed. Now, I guess the last one
I
had.
got a question for you.
Oh, go ahead. Go. You asked the question and play. What you got?
So, you remember how before you would do the live calling,
Yes.
you would have people call in?
Right, read the voicemail.
Yeah. Well, for the voicemails. Yes,
I'm
absolutely.
not gonna lie, I missed it. I missed hearing McCracken, you know,
all right.
giving
That's
his
very good.
raw.
No,
I miss the raw
respect.
emotion.
So you know what? Good
You
call
know?
on that, man. I might have to bring that back, man, in terms of because we've talked about it, and that's some of the stuff that we want to feature on the actual website. But you're absolutely right. We're gonna look into that, man,
You know,
because
the
that
barbarian,
yes,
you know,
yes.
the OG.
And everybody has like those crazy, right heat of the moment, passionate takes. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You know what, man? That could be
I
something that we
I
add to
definitely
our
missed it.
Mondays, man, to just kind of, even if they're not even the live portion, just kind of like replan them like how we did before, man. So yeah, good call on that, man.
Yeah.
I could work with that. We could work with that.
Appreciate it.
Let's go, man. Let's go. But nah, man.
Hey, it was good talking to you.
I must say
Absolutely,
likewise,
bro.
man. Appreciate you again, man.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Peace, bro.
Peace. Nah, shout out, man. I forgot. Yeah, we did use it. And in fact, as I'm looking on my phone right now, it is like, well, it just went up. It was 69 in terms of my notifications on the app because that's how many voicemails were sitting up there throughout this whole process. So
People still send them in.
yeah, I don't always check them, as you can see. But the phone lines are back open. 412-346-6955. Talk to me, baby. Who we on the hotline with?
Hey, what's up, brothers? It's the Bro-Barian. Hello.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. How are we living, the Bro-Barian?
Hey, man, on my way to church, do a little bit of practice on some Christmas play.
There we
But
go.
I'm doing good, man.
No, I
Doing
love
good.
to hear that, man. Love to hear that. So, Bro-Barian, how were you feeling when you saw the Chase Claypool trade along with the William Jackson trade yesterday?
I'm not going to lie. It was when I first saw Chase Claypool deal, it kind of made my chest kind of hurt a little bit because I really saw him. I actually thought he was starting to come along, right? Because you didn't really see too much of him like you used to. But when I clicked the link and looked at the deal, I was like, oh, my gosh, what are we going to do? So I kept thinking about Boykin.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, well, we got Boykin. That might be something because I saw him in Notre Dame, and he's kind of athletic, and I saw him in Baltimore. Didn't really get utilized.
He made some plays in the preseason, too. Yeah.
Yes, and I was thinking about a lot of things. And I said, okay, all right, this is what we got going on. Then I saw that we got William Jackson III, and I'm thinking, okay, I remember him because I remember I was looking at him for a while. But once the other team picked it before we got there, that's when we got Artie Burns, I think. I think that was the same draft.
That was absolutely correct. The pick right afterwards,
And I said, well, it just wasn't meant to be, and I just moved on. But then, his name popped up. I'm thinking, like, is that really possible? Is he still good? Because I said he played for the Bengals for a while, and I didn't like him because he was a Bengal, right?
Absolutely.
Especially when what's that? Le'Veon Bell ran past him at one time. I said, well, you know what? He wasn't that good anyway. We don't need him,
Right. I'm glad he over there.
Now, now he's with the black and gold, so it's time for me to give him a little bit of respect and see how he's going to be. Dude, it's just a mixed bag. I don't know how it's going to be. And I heard you guys say something about he might be starting. I'm like, wow. Tomlin really liked this guy, so I want to see why. Is he fast? Can he not panic like the other cornerbacks do? Because you've seen this.
Yeah, when he's been healthy,
cornerbacks panic.
And the thing, the Barbarian, when he's been healthy on tape, he does show that. But the big question is the consistency and the health element of it. But more so than anything, the reason why it's likely for him to come in here and start was more so because of his time with Terrell Austin, who was his DC when he was in Cincinnati as well. So they already have that familiarity. So he doesn't have that learning curve of learning a new defense, new language. This is more of like a refresher course for him because he's technically already been a part of it.
Well, I hope he stops one thing, and this is one thing that gets on my nerves. I don't care if he's wearing a black and gold or not. I'm getting tired of that jersey pulling. I think he's a jersey puller when he. And look, hey, I don't care if he plays for us. I don't want that to be an issue.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right, man.
All right. Good hearing from you guys, man.
Hey, what's the Christmas play?
All you guys.
What's the Christmas play?
Yeah, what are you playing? What's
is it the Nutcracker? What are we doing, man?
No, it's about. It's a time traveling type deal where these kids at the church. Well, it's about a group of kids going back in time.
Okay.
To fix something, right? So they go through different genres, the 70s, 90s, and back up to 2000s, and where the janitor that I'm playing at when they first meet me, I'm a janitor who does part-time work as a time traveler.
Okay.
When they come back to normal time, I end up being a pastor of a church.
Glory.
So something changes to where I don't no longer doing what I normally do. I end up being a pastor of a church. It's kind of cool how they do the deal, but it's pretty sweet. I've never seen anything like it before.
So you're the main guy.
Yeah, I do.
You heard him? I know what happened too.
No, the kids are the main.
I'm gonna spoil the secret. I know why you changed from being a janitor to a pastor. You ready for this, guys? It's because you called 1-800-GAMBLER. That's why. You called it up. Yes, you did. And you was like, 1-800.
Gambler.
There it is. That's what it was. Oh, Lord,
you know how many
man.
times I heard that? All right.
I appreciate you getting
guys,
up, man.
Y'all take care. The upper room.
There
all right, y'all
it
take
is.
care.
Peace, bro.
Shout out to the Barbarian, man. Always
Speaking
fun rapping
about
with him,
switching
man.
jobs, John Doe suggests replace Pompiani with the Barbarian.
Oh, he do got the big.
Everyone's
Bruce.
saying it. Staying clear. This guy's got to work in radio, man.
He has the voice for it, bro. He definitely has the voice for it, man. All right, phone lines are open, man. Let's get it going. Let's keep rapping. I'm enjoying this, man, because we don't get to do this as often because we always have a lot of content we got to talk about. But here we go. Got another one. Talk to me, man. Who are we on the hotline with?
What's up, Deke and Moats? It's Jerry Ramos. How you guys doing?
What up,
bro?
Jerry? How we living on your end, baby?
I'm doing pretty good, man. A little under the weather. It's
Oh,
so funny
man.
weather is super bipolar.
Nah,
One
no
day it'd be
doubt.
94 degrees. Other days it'd be like 69, 50 degrees. So, yeah,
I'm with you.
They got me messed up. But I'm doing good.
No, I like that, man. I like that. And you sound pleasant even if you are dealing with a little under the weatherness. But either way,
I'll be all right.
Dad, he's a gamer. I like that right there. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. But how were you feeling, man, yesterday when you got the news? Chase Claypool traded away, but we're bringing in a William Jackson as well. What was your reactions, man? How was you feeling? Were you excited, nervous, pissed off, elated?
Honestly, the Claypool trade rumors have been around for quite some weeks now, so I wasn't really surprised he got traded, to be honest. I was a little sad because, I don't know, Claypool actually has shown some maturity this past year, like showing the mentality that he wants to win, and even calling out Matt Canada last week in the post game, just like a couple weeks ago about getting more goal balls and stuff like that. It's just showing some enthusiasm in him wanting to win. So I love that he was growing in maturity. He wasn't even playing too bad either. He was showing some big boy catches.
Yeah.
That one play where he cut the ball and extended the play for an extra 10 yards.
Oh, yeah, with young Connor Hayward out there. Heck yeah. That was a good play.
Yeah. But I saw, like, we just got a second-round draft pick, and I was like, all right, I could do that. But I'm not giving up on the season, man. I'm tired of all these fans.
Talk about it, Jerry. Talk about it.
Like, I don't want them coming out when later on this year we get your playoff spot and we're on the wagon again.
You heard what Jerry Ramos said. You heard what he said.
Get some screenshots.
There it is.
Yeah.
I like that.
Jackson, at first, I wasn't a big fan of it because of like the whole money issue and stuff like that. But watching the live today, I was like, I felt a little better because it won't really affect.
Well, we're still not 100% sure, but based off everyone else's reports, apparently the contract is not an issue anymore.
That's what they said. We're gonna find out, but that's what they said.
Yeah. But yeah, if that happens to be true, then I'm good with the trade. I'm good with it. And also, I love DBs who can play man to man. I've never really been a fan of like zone corners. Me, I have a brother who plays football. He's a corner. It's more of a man to man type of corner. So I like dudes who get physical at the line and just put that thing in your face. That's my type of football that I love to see.
Nah, respect. I like that too. Heck yeah.
But I got a question for you guys.
Oh, what's up, man? Shoot.
I know that you guys go to like almost every single like home game, but I was actually gonna bring it up. What about on the away games? Like I think it'd be cool if you guys like went like live and like just did like a play-by-play and for us in the station.
We did talk about that.
Yeah, that is something we've talked about. Yeah, we haven't.
Jim Nance and Tony Romo.
Yeah, we definitely have talked about that.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool.
It's something we might tap into that down the line, but it's definitely it's on our radar though. It is on our radar.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, guys, thank you for having me on, and enjoy the bye week, and let's hope that we get on a run.
Facts.
Get things going.
Facts. Nah, we appreciate you, man. From the heart, baby. Let's go.
All right, bro.
Peace. Guys. Take care.
All right, peace. Bye. Shout out to Jerry Ramos, baby. Love it. Think we got time for another one. What you think?
Sure.
We got time for another one. Holla, this player who gonna hit us up on the hip.
I kept tabs on this comment. Is it coming in
it's
right now?
It's coming right now. That was she said too.
Afterwards.
That was she was saying. Hello. Who we on the hotline with, baby?
Hello, this is John Easton.
What's good, bro?
John Easton, what's up, baby? How we living?
What's up, man? And I know Deke from a Twitch chat.
There it is.
My gamer tag is Trash at Madden, so I think you know who I am.
Yeah, he's always in. Yeah. What's good, man?
Big time salute, man. Absolutely. So, what was your thoughts though, man, on the trades that took place yesterday? Claypool to Chicago for the number 2 in terms of the second round draft pick, and then obviously us acquiring a William Jackson as well.
I'm cool. I think it's a rebuild year, so honestly, like I don't have the highest hopes like my boy Deke has, but I'm still hoping for the best. But I kind of think that we're going to get some high draft capital, so I'm kind of like excited about that sort of.
All right. I definitely like that. And now you still committed to this year too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to, like see us go on a run, but at the same time, like I don't really want to finish like 6 or 7 wins, have middle of the draft. I'd rather just go big or go home. So,
okay.
I'd rather either, like make a deep run in the playoffs, or let's get like a really high draft pick so we can trade down and get some good players.
What do you think of WJ3?
What's that?
What do you think of WJ3?
I think it's okay,
Yeah.
All right.
So
That's
yeah,
fair.
you're not. I guess you're not as thrilled as the William Jackson, but me and Moats were saying. I mean, it's pretty high upside,
Right.
low risk. So yeah, I think it's a good move. It might be because you kind of want us to get that high
That's
draft
what
pick.
you hear.
Am I reading the room right?
He's conflicted.
William Jackson might help us win too many games.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I came back from my vacation. I was in Pittsburgh for like about a month, and now I'm back in California.
Let's go. Shout out to the West Side then, man.
Yeah, good shit.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, man, we definitely.
And I had a.
Okay, what's up?
Well, I had a question because I was I ate at all the good pizza joints that I like out there, Fiore's, Campiti's, and a couple others. I wanted to know, Moats, what was your favorite pizza joint when you were out when you were playing? Or you're probably still there, so
yeah, I'm still here. So I've been a Fiore's guy because that was the one that was introduced to me. They opened their doors and let me do a lot of fun stuff. But I also have to salute Minio's as well, man. They've also opened up their doors for me. I was just there, I think it was a week ago. The hospitality was real. So I'm kind of conflicted because I do like both, but I am more familiar with Fiore. So I'm going to go with them. But salute Minio's as well, man.
cool.
I like it, man. But no, baby, definitely appreciate you again, all right?
All right, thank you.
No
All right,
doubt.
peace, bro.
Peace. There we go. All right.
He wasn't thrilled about the William Jackson.
He was
trade.
not thrilled about William Jackson at all. But that was a vibe, though, man. I like it. They said my man was a little elevated. Say holler about the pizza.
Maybe.
You see why I like pizza so much, huh? I guess we get each other really well. Shout out to the homie. All right, though, man. That was a blast, dude.
You didn't ask me about my favorite pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut.
Oh, Lord. Of course. I
Hold
don't
on.
fault you. But
I got to read this.
What you got?
Keep losing it. It's Trina Steel Diva. Damn it.
Oh yeah, shout out. I think her and Steelers girl. They caught me when when you was talking about you was almost something. I was like, that's what she said. They caught on. I was like, all right, y'all heard me.
Well, yeah, they corrected you saying Trina Steel Diva was the first female to call in, and she had a response. Where is it at? Oh, here it is.
She wasn't on the live though. She was a part of.
Oh,
I thought she was part of like the
was it?
pre-recorded calls. Yeah,
You might be right.
I think that was the difference with it.
Wow, I cannot find this comment. I lost it.
Yeah. Well,
No
she'll have
comment.
time. Maybe she'll let us know because I definitely thought she was. I know she's called.
I got
but
it, I
was a
got
part
it,
of,
I
like,
got it.
I thought it was the pre-recorded.
Here's what
Could
she
be wrong,
said.
though.
She said, I hit it first in my Ray J voice.
Oh. I love it. Technically, technically.
So
she
just
did.
emphasizing that she was the
Technically,
first,
she did. Yeah.
first to call in.
She was like, y'all heard my voice, so y'all heard any other woman's voice up here. Okay. I'm with you, man. I'm with
You
you.
might be right. Was it the voice
I
calls?
thought it was the voice
Might
calls,
have
like the Reaction Mondays. I definitely thought that was the case because when we started doing the live call-ins, I don't think we ever had a woman on the live. We've done live shows where we've played their voicemail, but not actually call-ins. So that's the only thing I thought.
Right. Could be
Yeah.
right. All right. Is that it then?
Bro, I feel like it was. I feel like that was a vibe today, bro.
I think it was.
It was a fun time, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the show as well. I've seen y'all liking it. Shout out to that. Make sure y'all hit another like on the way out. We already did the Manscaped. Shout out to them at the beginning of the show. I'm trying to think of anything else. Check out the website like we talked about, arthurmoats.com. If you have been taking pictures or you have your merch, man, send a picture in there, man. arthurmoats.com. Go to the contact page. You'll be able to send them in there, man. Hopefully get featured on the website as well, man. But definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all. Stay safe out there. We gonna enjoy the bye week. Y'all enjoy the bye week. And if y'all need football to watch, Saturday you got JMU, Sunday you got Buffalo. All right. Until next time, baby.
Peace.